Hello and welcome to Dash 28 Live as we bring you our first matchup from the 5th round of the Cult Arms Universal Battle Kings of War tournament. And today we're bringing you a match between Luis Serra and Kyle Poole. Hi guys. Joining me here in the studio will be Jonathan Fox, Steve Hildrew, and Sam Soden. Afternoon, gents. And you guys are going to be playing Invade, which is the scenario for this round. So without further ado, let's jump right on into the lists. And I believe you guys are playing kind of a signature army sort of thing, right? So first up, we have Kyle's Goblins.
Yeah, so I asked, same as I've asked all my opponents, I asked Luis, hey, what do you want me to play? It's sort of my thing for Call to Arms. It's online. I don't have to paint them. You tell me what to play. And he was like, why don't you just play Goblins? And then I thought, oh, no, now I'm going to lose on Universal Battle with my main army. So I brought a really not normal Goblin list. 7 regiments of rabble, which means that there's only 7 unlocks in this this army. Those 7 regiments of rabble support a bunch of irregulars, which is a great way to get more out of a list. You take irregulars. They don't need unlocks. The rabble tax covers it. 4 troops of mincers. That 100 by 100 square, it's not nice. They don't hit quite as hard as regiments, but that square can do stuff that you shouldn't be able to do with a base. And then I brought 2 regiments. Early on in 3rd edition, Andrew Summers and me talked about like the math on how efficient units are at that regiment point for sharpness and strength. And this is a great example to showcase both of that. I've got a horde's worth of attacks on a fearless platform that I'm paying a regiment tax for. So 1 unit with sharpness, 1 unit with strength. As long as they get in, they're great. They just usually don't. 3 big rock throwers. I actually don't like artillery, but in this list, I have nothing to make you come to me. I have no pressure at all. No speed, no flanking forces. So if you're not going to be fast and you're not going to be talented, just throw rocks at them. The wing it with the eye in the sky, because if you're going to take big rocks, you might as well be elite. And then on turn 6, after Luis ignores it, it'll be 1 unit strength. I've got a king on foot with the horn aura with 7 rabble regiments. That 12-14 nerve is basically always wavered. And if they're wavered, my actually useful units aren't doing anything. So aura headstrong, yay! And he's got the Sacred Horn because he's basically covering 1 whole part of the field by himself. Another Goblin King naked because I ran out of points. And then I ran out of points because I took a Super Wizard, if you could call any Goblin caster that. He has 2 spells instead of 1. So Inspiring Talisman, Bane Chant, and Weakness. And then he comes base with Lightning Bolt 3, which sounds cool, but it never actually hits any. It has 3 spells, Sam. I know. I bought 2. I paid points. The inspiring is the main part. Even if he never successfully casts, he's an inspiring source, so I can have sort of a third of the board, third of the board, third of the board. And on Invade, it's really important that you can sort of have those parts. And somehow I ran out of drops, so I'm done.
All right, now over to Luis's Undead. Luis, could you walk us through your list, please?
Yes, sure. So I'm running Undead, and I'm running Undead in 2 different blocks. One slow one, and the other one is a fast one. So my list is 2 regiments of zombies because they're cheap and they provide unlocks and they're very nice. Some wraiths because they can stand a lot of damage, and that's very good. And they are also fast and striders, so why not? Then we have Soul Reaver Cavalry with the Boots of Striding, and a Werewolf with the Pathfinder item. And then we've got Zombie Trolls, which go with the slow block. So Zombie Trolls are also great. They have a decent amount of attacks and damage, and they can, with nerfs, dash 17 and defense 5, they can withhold also. And then with heroes, we have a Lycanis, because he's fast and nimble. 2 Revenant Kings on Flying Worms, one with Healing Brew and the other one with the Life Leech 2 item, because it's also for durability. And we've got 2 necromancers, one with Aspiring Talisman and Weakness, and the other one with Shroud of Shame, Heal, and the Aura of Vicious. So he can provide extra offensive to zombie trolls and zombies.
Awesome. All right. Thanks so much for walking us through that. I'm now going to bring up your UB game, and we will take a look at how you guys have deployed. All right. So here's your room. Before we get into your deployments, talk to me a little bit about your terrain. Is this just one of the Epic Dwarf maps?
So D20 roll Epic Dwarf 8, and then everything was at like perfect 90 degrees. So I just spun some stuff a little bit, and that was it. Terrain height is pretty standard. Hills are height 3. The pond and the field are height 0, like flat. No height. They're there. Okay. The forests are height infinite, as all good forests should be. And then the hills the houses, sorry, we're gonna do at height 8, which doesn't matter to me much, but it gives Luis the opportunity to look at stuff with a dragon on a hill.
Okay, very cool. Yep. And looks like Kyle, you deployed across the top, and Luis is across the bottom. So Kyle, could you walk us through your deployment starting over here on the left?
Yeah, so I didn't get to pick table edge. Luis grabbed it, and I definitely would have switched him. There's a lot of impassable in deployment. But on the left, I have a rabble regiment, and then my first deployment error, the blue dot is supposed to be the other Mincer troop that I left. A beautiful play to move down and be protected by the building, and then forgot I left it. So error number 1 on turn 0. So now stuck in the woods without being beautifully protected by the building is a Mincer troop, and then a Mincer regiment with sharpness. Sharpness is over here because zombies don't need crushing; they need sharpness. I have my super wizard with all the spells and whistles sitting over here in his inspiring talisman, a rabble regiment, and a Mincer troop. You'll notice a theme: rabble regiments protect other stuff. I skipped the middle because that's too much impassable or difficult terrain for my slow army. As we go towards the right, I have 2 more rabble regiments and 2 more Mincer troops. And then I have 3 artillery with varying fields of fire.
These are the ones hidden by the Dash 28 logo.
Yeah, those are the ones hidden by the Dash 28 logo.
Oh, sorry.
I'm looking at my screen. I don't know what you guys are
there we go.
Hey, I have a front row seat to my game, Jonathan. I've got the wing it hiding behind the house. I don't know why I hit it. He has 0 shooting, but I hit it. So there we go. And then over on the right, I have what I'm going to call Operation Score Points. And it's a total of 8 unit strength that I'm hoping he ignores. But it's 3 rabble regiments and the Mincer regiment with brew of strength. If he doesn't ignore it, I'm probably going to put the hurt on something. And that exists solely, that 3rd rabble regiment to the far right exists solely because he put the Lycanus there. And I have nothing mounted to stop that guy, so I just had to fill the hole. Plug the gap, as it were.
All right.
Yep.
That's it. I have no more tactics.
Okay. That's all the talking tactics we're getting.
That's
Fantastic. All right. And Luis, if you could walk us through your deployment starting over here on your left.
Yes. So on the left, I placed the zombie regiment, and just behind him is a troop of wraiths, followed by a zombie trolls regiment horde, 2 necromancers in the middle, and then mirror deployed zombie troll wraiths and zombies. So this is the slow block, which is here due to slowly advance and try to get to the middle. And so I get the necromancers there, so I have a mitigation to his shooting. So if he places the catapult to shoot them, I can heal or stuff. And then on the other side, I have the fast block, which is the 2 revenant worms. The one with the crown has the healing brew, so when I pop the crown, the healing will be spent. And the other one has life leech too. And then behind the forest, so it cannot be shooted the first turn, is the Soul River Regiment with the Boots of Strider. Same thing, has the ground, so when it pops the ground, the Strider boots will be spent. Just next to it, it will be a horde of werewolves with a Pathfinder item, and just on the right, the Lycanis.
All right, great. Well, thanks a lot, guys. I think we're going to have you drop off and go ahead and roll for first turn and get started now. None of you have any scout moves, do you? Neither of you have scouts?
No, let's take points.
All right. So good luck to both of you. We'll be watching and have fun invading, and we'll see you after the game.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much. See ya.
See you guys.
All right. So, right off the bat, I got to say that I really like Luis's list, and that has absolutely nothing to do with it looking an awful lot like my undead list. Because I also do a slow side and a fast side, which I really like because it simplifies the tactics. You just have an anvil and a hammer, and that's just what you do with the army. So I like it. But Cyle, he's the king of the U.S. Mideast's trash meta. Just bring as many bodies as you can and get in the way, and bring more stuff than you can kill. So yeah, I think this is going to be a really interesting match. I'm really excited to see what these guys do here. What do you think, John?
I agree. I think Luis has bought a very balanced undead list. It's gloriously balanced. It has everything you'd want from a tournament. If you're playing a real life tournament where you couldn't change between rounds, that's exactly the list you want to put for undead. Kyle's put a very fun list together, and I declare a personal interest here because I've got a lot of Twilight King chariots that are not getting used anymore that could be repurposed as goblins. So I will see how this works because it looks fun.
Goblins
is a fun list.
Did any of you guys see that game that Kyle played against Ron Ritchie on Twitch? Nope. That was Goblins against Goblins, and it was hilarious. It was so good. Everything was wavered everywhere. On both sides. It was great.
I loved how when Luis was going down his list, he was like, this one is this one. This is, they're a good unit. And I'm like, there isn't anything in the undead army that isn't a good unit. You can literally just close your eyes and go like that. Yeah. Hey, I've got a good list. That's great, isn't it? There was a talk about it today. It's very hard to write a bad undead list. I got to say.
You do have to work on it.
Yeah,
to get a bad undead list. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
it starts with taking Empire of Dust, but and then
even it's just Empire of Dust chariots is a bad undead list.
That's pretty much it. Yeah. Sam, so I've got a question. So Kyle's kind of through his relentless self-promotion, reasonably well known in terms of the way that he plays. Luis is probably less well known. So I've played him once, and I've had that experience. But in terms of how Luis plays and his reputation over in Spain, what's he like as a player?
That's the thing. What we know him most for really is we remember his game against you. It was kind of so. In the Madrid group, we know his cousin Juancho quite well because he kind of lives between Valencia and Madrid. So we've seen a lot of him. And it was kind of funny because at Franticon, he was placed into the lower division in
there was people who haven't been to as many tournaments, right? So
yeah, and he got placed in there mostly because the person who kind of gave the organizers the information of who should be in what list didn't know Luis. So I said, I don't know him, so the organizers put him in the lower division where he really shouldn't be because he's a good player. I've only played him once, I think, maybe twice. But both of those times on Universal Battle.
So,
if he plays as good as his list is, then because you're right, Steve. You can't produce a bad list, but the combination there of he's not chosen 3 of 1, 3 of he's chosen a really good mix of units.
He's done very well, hasn't he?
Yeah,
so
he's not just spamming the good stuff.
No, it's spamming different stuff, but it's.
There's no whites, right? He's not just going, okay, white, which is kind of her.
Or the zombies everywhere and just stop anything moving. Or even the 6 flyer list that is infamous.
Yeah, no, this is a really well built list because the Revenant King on Flying Worm looks like a dragon, but is really more like a flying anvil, right? It only hits on 4s. It's only got, what, like 9 attacks, 10 attacks, I think. But it is defense 5 and dash 19. And he does have Healing Brew on 1 and Hand Sanguinary Scripture on the other. So, yeah, when I look at the deployment there, I see like a flying mobile anvil over there on the right side that is going to hold things up so the Soul Reavers and the Werewolves and Lycanus can just come and mop them up. And then over there on the left side, like that is a Swiss Army tar pit over there, right? You got zombies for things that hit hard but don't have a lot of attacks. You've got wraiths for things that have a lot of attacks but don't hit hard. And you've got zombie trolls that can easily get surged in with vicious to hit whatever bounces off of them. Like it's a, I think it's a really well built undead list. I know we were saying that like it's hard to build a bad undead list, but like I think this one is actually really well done. Like everything synergizes together. You can tell exactly what he's going to do by how he's deployed it. Like it just looks really solid to me.
Yeah. And to give you an idea of how Luis he beat his round 1 opponent's guy, I don't know, but he's beaten Jay Rosado. He beat Todd Serco in round 3. And he lost 22-12 to Ben Johnson, which is a very high loss. And Ben's now 4th, whereas Lewis has dropped to 16th. So
beating Todd isn't that difficult, to be honest. You know?
I've beaten Todd. So everyone's beaten Todd Serpico, right?
Yeah. I don't think no, I've not played Todd. Don't think I played Todd. No, I'm still going for that. I beat Tom Annis in an event. So
so it looks like Kyle has moved on to shooting with his catapults and is targeting the Remnant King out of the woods.
Ooh, 8 damage.
8 damage.
So far, he's put 8 wounds on him, which is an excellent start. It's an excellent start for him. That's really what he wants, is to hurt those things bad enough that hopefully they don't get across the table, right?
That is not unpleasant.
Kyle's good at this game.
He's good at rolling 6s, double 6. Jesus. He's not doing bad. So I think, to be honest, with an undead list, you really want first turn. You've got that kind of redeployability, haven't you? Which is kind of the strength of the list. You've got some surge on the left, but on the right. But you really, really want first turn because it allows you to put all that pressure on immediately, right? So losing first turn with this kind of trash army he's facing is probably quite annoying for Lewis, I would think. Not that Lewis, I think, gets annoyed. He's so chill, right?
It's all the wine.
So where in Spain is Luis from? Is he from a wine-growing region?
Valencia. So not particularly well known for wine, super famous, but I'll have to try his wine at some point.
I'd like to try some wine right now. I'll tell you what.
I'm on the Kraken.
Again, have you not finished that yet? How many bottles have you been through?
What, since lockdown or in the last week?
I daren't ask since lockdown.
This is I'm still on the first bottle of this week, so I'm calling that as really quite good.
Okay, that's easy for you to say.
Because I've just demolished a bottle of Wolf Blast Yellow Label Australian. I'm sorry. But,
Lewis just made an illegal move, by the way. But there you go, crack on.
Really?
He pivoted over his Wraith unit and then moved forward. But I'm sure it's fine.
You're paying more attention than I am. So we got.
You can do that if you fly, but you can't do that to someone who flies.
Exactly.
So on shout outs, we've got Bob. Hey, Bob. And we got Tom Annis. Hey, Tom. Looking forward to seeing you in September. We'll get some drinks in together. And who's Bait and Bleed? I've no idea who that is.
Don't know. But we're also looking forward to seeing Tom on Sunday coming up.
Oh, yeah. The Tom Off.
Yeah, the Tom Off right here on the Dash 25. We'll bring you the top table match on Sunday. So make sure to subscribe so you get
as somebody who's beaten both players in the past. I don't like to talk about it, of course. I rarely mention it that I've beaten both Tom Robinson and Annis, but I have.
You've got Adam Padley on the cast as well, so good luck, everyone. That's what I'm just saying as part of the panel.
Are we having subtitles?
You will need subtitles and some strong chairmanship. Because
who's are you on that one, Mike?
No, Jeremy's doing that one.
Oh God.
Yeah, we have a very, very international panel for that.
Oh God.
He'll be fine. He'll be fine. I have every confidence in him. If he can handle, countercharge episodes, I'm sure he can handle one of these.
I would argue he can't handle countercharge episodes.
That is very. No, Jeremy takes things very personally. He's got a very gentle soul, Jeremy Duval. He takes things very personally. So he is the finest man. He's the man I wish I was.
Oh, well, clearly, yes.
All right, so both players basically just moving their armies forward here in turn one. They're playing invade, like Kyle was pointing out. He's got some impassable terrain in his deployment zone, which for an army like Goblins, where you have lots and lots of drops, like that's not good because you really don't want to have something interfering with how you deploy things. And then we got this other piece of blocking terrain all the way over there on the left that kind of takes 8 inches or so off of the board. So what do we think we're expecting to see here? Is Luis basically going to walk his anvil side up to the middle line and wait for his hammer side to finish smashing things? So you got a different plan? What do you guys think?
It's been interesting, isn't it? Because Carl's stood back a little bit. He's not moved as far forward as he could do. He's been a bit cautious, particularly on facing off against the fast side. He's not willing to take an impact too early, which I think it might be a bad move. Because I think the Goblins need to get their arse in gear to get across that halfway line to do the invade.
Mm-hmm. I think it kind of depends on how his catapults do, right? Because if he hangs back and his catapults hit well, then it'll look like a brilliant ploy. And if he hangs back and they don't hit well, it'll look like he delayed for no reason.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Sorry.
That's all right.
So we're
on bottom of turn one. I think Luis is still making his final moves or adjustments. I don't think he really has any long-range spell casting, so he might just be checking ranges on things. Yeah,
I think Luis has got a problem with that. The worm with 8 damage on it. That's not going to survive another turn.
No, it flies, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, it needs to get, but there's no way for him to land unless Cal moves forward too far.
So he could just chuck it right, couldn't he? And chuck it towards the right, move his other stuff up to threaten all of the stuff on the right.
Here we go.
Side.
Where's the hell that Lycanus gone? That's yeah.
He might be
saying hello.
Yeah, he is. Just getting right up in the face.
He's trying to create a gap. Yeah, he's trying to create a gap of some description through that. He's going to take an impact. I haven't gone that far forward.
Well, because surely the mincer.
The mincer's I don't think he can do because I don't.
No, because the rabble can't get out of the way.
Yeah,
there's
too much shit there.
He's got him bottlenecked, and if he bottlenecks him there, then he can basically hold that whole side in place, right? Yeah. Because if he's in front of those 2 rabble, if that center rabble unit doesn't get out of the way, the mincers can't get out.
Yeah. Right. So I think Luis is looking to trying to block up that cohort to the right of the building, to allow the Lycanis and the cavalry and the flyers to just pound the middle part and then turn in.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, I put the Lycanis in there and sacrifice the werewolves. Either take out or slow down that cohort of 4 units, and allow the 2 flyers and the steamroller of the cavalry to wipe out the rest of it.
Derail operation, score points.
Yeah.
He seems to have changed his mind, though.
Yeah. So we got.
He might be rethinking it. It kind of depends on whether or not he's going to try to save the Rev King that's got 8 wounds on him, because he does have 6 heal over there with the Necromancer, and that's a 12-inch range. He could easily fly it left for just this turn, still leave it in a pretty good position to be within 12 of the Necromancer and get some heal.
Yeah, he needs something. You can't. He needs to do something about it. You can't lose their 200 point unit. So we've got the Master. The Master is watching us.
Oh hey.
Yeah. We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
A little bit worthy.
Yeah, actually. Yeah.
Small enough.
So just take
Did Bait and Bleed say who Bait and Bleed is?
No, I don't think Bait and Bleed did.
Are we just calling them Bait and Bleed? It's not my choice of names, but then I've been called out for claiming that someone had a fake name when they in fact didn't have a fake name the other day, which is slightly embarrassing. So big hello to Erasmus Berger. Excellent name. Big fan.
Yeah. And Felix. Felix, I love you. You know I love you.
Well, Felix Castro is clearly a fake name, right? No one's called that. Ridiculous.
Look, Felix.
Yep. So Lewis thinking very carefully about what he wants to do with his right side here.
Here we go. Yeah.
There we go.
Called it.
Are we just gonna? Okay, full on.
So following my tactical advice, never a good move.
You've won quite a lot of your most recent games, though, John. To be fair.
No, I haven't. Do you remember I lost against Elliot?
Yeah, but you should have won. To be fair,
I should have won. Yeah. I should have won. No, 64.
That's
that's
a lovely aggressive move.
Oh,
he's just
Hold on.
he's just going for it.
He can't do that if he's landing on the wall.
He's not.
He's dodged off it.
He's charging, isn't he?
Oh, he's charging. Okay.
Yeah.
He's charged the rabble regiment with his dragon.
And he's put the werewolves there so that the dragon has to land all the way over there so that the regiment doesn't slide out of the way of the mincers.
Nice.
And it's out of arc of sight of either of these units on the other side. And probably out of arc of sight of the goblins next to it. Yes. And then Lycanus comes in just to completely roadblock the whole thing up.
Yeah, let's say it's blocking that.
Yep.
But then, so if he accidentally kills that goblin regiment, can the mincer rotate round into the dragon?
No.
I suppose.
Don't know. They're awfully close. I don't think they can.
No, I don't count it. He's plowing to the. That is a really nice move.
Kyle traffic jammed himself. Surely the master
I don't think Kyle was expecting this. I don't think he was expecting him to come out swinging like this in turn one.
If he does kill the rabble regiment, then he could get the mincers into combat simply by charging the werewolves with the other regiment, right? Is it a flank or a front at this point?
I don't think it fit through the gap.
No, because if they charge the werewolves and center up on the werewolves, there won't be enough physical space between the building and where they end.
What if they charge the Lycanus?
Yeah, they would have to charge Lycanus, exactly.
Which is a slightly softer target than the werewolf horde anyway, right?
Yeah, but then
you're not going to kill him.
No.
Yeah,
but
you're not going to kill him. Then
and
you get werewolves in the flank
would just slam it. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, like this is I would say that Kyle's move here to just push everything forward and keep it all really close is pretty typical for the way these sorts of lists play, right? You got so many bodies, you layer them up, you walk them forward. You don't care when the rabble die. But I don't know that he was expecting to get bottlenecked like this in turn one.
Right, but I play a horde army with trash, and you always leave enough space to do the pivots because you keep your hammers back for a reason, so that when something dies, you can just pivot in. That's not right.
That's too close. Yeah,
yeah, he hasn't done it. Again, might not have been expecting him to come out swinging on turn one like that. That's something we'll have to ask him later on. And so now he's trying to decide what to do with the injured Rev King, looks like. Which might just be fly it over to the right so it's out of line of sight of the catapults.
That's what I do, yeah. There we go.
Oh, I keep forgetting that the catapults are there.
Yeah, sorry.
Stupid banner. Can you make it smaller? Can you get
it
in
really
quickly?
No, you can't.
Make it smaller?
This is the problem with that software. You can't. You can have it or not.
Yep, I can hide it sometimes and bring it back sometimes. Sorry about that.
Mike's got a large banner and it doesn't get any smaller.
That's right.
Okay, so Felix Castro is saying, if I were to adopt a fake name, it'd be something cool like Dick Hardwood, not named after a cartoon cat.
And I would just like to say, without context, because I'm not going into it, Bart Cola, you can get fucked, mate. No offense, excuse me for the language. I love you, Bart. Bart's one of my regular Universal Battle play by email opponents, and he's taken to beating me really comprehensively. It's very irritating.
Nice. Yeah, Bart's local to my region in the US. I see Bart at tournaments a lot.
It's like the world's nicest man. I feel really bad for swearing at him.
He's,
so sorry, Bart. I really like
he's the sportsman hobbyist elf player. He's like the only one, right? Like
I'm about to say there can't be many of them.
No, he's the one. Which is why whenever people bring that up, I usually turn around and yell, "Have you never met Bart before?" Like when you know when Keith
Bart's a fairy tale. He doesn't exist.
That's right. When Keith Randall and Mike Austin are on Countercharge, ranting about how you don't play elves if you want to be nice. I'm listening to the episode and literally yelling back, "You're forgetting about Bart."
You forgot about Bart again. He's playing Trident Realms now, so the guy's an absolute. He's a toad like everyone else. Yeah.
Nice.
That's the new build. Depth or a spam. Boring. You're boring, Bart. You're boring.
So he's decided that he doesn't want to be a sportsman anymore.
Right. Take my ensnare. It's
so other things are going on.
So broken.
Some things going in chat. Apparently, Bob Aspland says, "Steve, at least you haven't been accused of being Dan King's crap pseudonym."
Well, being associated with Dan King at all is a very high compliment. So I take it.
Yeah. I have to admit, playing doubles games with Dan is definitely freewheeling. That is the easiest games. Even when Dan's absolutely paralytic, it's still easy. So Tom thinks
I'd be put next to him on the campaign map.
Oh, this campaign where he's got 7 tree herder.
I think he's now. I think someone's told him that he's not allowed to do that because he's come up with a different tree herder, which is a speed 8 nimble tree herder.
Yes, his defense 7 tree herd wilt grandfather is unpleasant.
There you go. So he's shoved the dragon out of the range of.
Yeah, but he's not healing it. He's not healing it.
There's nothing over there to heal.
I don't think so. It's not in any danger there. I mean, the wing it can bomb it is probably the only thing that's going to happen next turn, right?
Yeah, which is what I think I would do if I were Kyle. I'd fly over there.
Oh yeah,
land behind it somewhere where the Soul Reaver cab can't see and throw grenades at it.
It's still a dash 19 though. Not being funny, and it's defense 5.
Yeah, and he's defense 5, so it'll be a minute.
Well, I mean, can he land somewhere where he's out of reach of the Soul Reavers and in range to throw the bombs, and still only fly 10?
Yeah, he can only fly 10. He can't.
He can go right. Well,
I don't think he can go anywhere safe.
Yeah, no, I don't think he can.
I tell you what, I think Lewis is going to do, which I think is awesome. With that, if that 8 damage dragon survives another turn, I think he's going to go 20 and be right down on his war engines, and he's going to take them out one by one because that unit is low value now, right?
Yeah, he's going to jump over the top. Yeah, behind the down right flank. Yeah,
and all the heroes are out of line of sight.
Okay, so we're on. What are we doing now?
He was casting spells. I think he may have just cast weakness with his dragon that's in combat. I'm not sure if he can do that though. So I'm not sure what those 2 dice were for. He just said
it's healing brew. He rolled the healing brew.
Oh, that was his healing brew. Oh, well, he hasn't taken the crown off though.
So it can't have been. And healing brew is 1 dice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 1d3.
Okay. Shooting.
Yeah. The Running King doesn't even have that spell.
Well,
so we're not quite sure what he did there, but he did something. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. But now in a combat, so yep. So
does he have a blizzard on?
That's only 2 damage. That's
if anyone in their chat knows what he did, please let us know.
3 damage. No, they're still there.
Yeah, they're fine.
That's fine.
Which is kind of what he wants, right? He kind of wants them to stay.
Yeah, it stops the. Unless there's some. Tom suggested a way around that by sidestepping and various different shenanigans. You might be able to do it, but I'm not sure if you can get past that.
We will see. We will see what Kyle does. He does have a lot of practice sliding goblins around to make room for useful units to get through. So we'll see what he can do there.
That's what goblins do. Slide around the place, don't they?
Slide around.
So the only 2 dice spell is weakness. So maybe he just was it weakness from the Necromancer on the hill, which failed? Probably. That's probably what it was, right?
Guess. I don't know.
Would have had to.
Whatever it was, it failed, so it kind of didn't matter. Because he didn't. Right. Yeah, he didn't try to surge anything, and he cast heal on the zombies all the way over there on the left, and healed them for 1.
Steve, can you get hold of Matt Croger or Kroger? Have we decided? Is it Croger or is it Kroger?
Croger.
Croger. What sort of name's that? Jesus.
All right, so it looks like Kyle has started by moving the
sounds grating and sandpapery.
Back.
Definitely sandpapery. Yes.
He's moved his rabble back to make room for the center rabble to charge forward into the Lycanus, which I guess he's hoping, and he's countercharged the dragon with these rabble all the way on the left, and I guess he's hoping to make a big enough gap to fit the pincers through, and it looks like it probably wasn't big enough, so he's put it back.
Yeah, he realized he couldn't do it, so he's going to double charge the Lycanus, I guess.
Probably. And this guy over here is a king.
Are they? They're not mighty, are they?
Goblin kings are.
If I can't slide anything, if I can't slide anything through, I think I'd be tempted to just take the flank instead of the counter charge.
Yep. Well, for the middle.
Yeah,
on the dragon. Yeah.
Yeah, with these guys.
Yeah.
Yep, because they are just barely in the flank.
We're also clear it starts creating a bit of a gap for that that very brightly coloured mincer mob to go out.
Yep.
What can that 8 damage dragon see? Can it see any of the goblins?
It can see over the hills.
Both the regiments on the right.
Yep, in their current positions, it can see both regiments.
And if they charge in, he'll definitely be able to see them.
If they charge the Lycanus, yeah, because it'll pull them further into the field of vision.
Oh, hello. Reinforcements on the right.
Yeah.
Bringing more units on is cheating.
Yeah.
He's fully Peytonioing this. He's gonna
try every possibility. Yep.
For us.
We'll be here a while, lads.
No, they'll pick up speed. As the units start dying, they'll definitely pick up speed. But I mean, have
you forgotten who's playing?
I know that if I got charged on the bottom of turn 1, I would probably take a hot minute to sit back and reevaluate my whole battle plan and be like, okay, now what do I do? I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, it's definitely a life choices assessment, really, isn't it?
It is.
Okay, so he's just taking 1 in. But that's smart. That is smart because 2 isn't going to kill him. Oh, well, he's retaking. Oh, forget it. Oh, he's just seeing if he can still fit the mincer, and that's why. Okay.
You can't. Yeah, there's no way he can get a mincer through that gap.
Could he do something clever with the king to force them to align further to the right?
Yeah, that would be clever.
Yeah.
There you go. Great minds.
That would be
we'll
the thing
sell
to
them.
do. If you really, really, really want to get those mincers in on those werewolves this turn, then yeah, you're gonna have to do something like that. It looks like he's...
Hey, you might as well just charge the Lycanus with the king. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to waver anyway, so might as well.
Can he see? Oh yeah, the Lycanus is taller, so he can do that.
Yeah, he can. Yeah.
So he can just literally go right, go straight forward, turn. Oh, because you can't see him. The individual can't see him. That's why. Look.
The individual can see the Lycanus simply by turning around because he's an individual.
And Lycanus is tall.
Lycanus is height 3.
Yeah. So he can see Lycanus over the rabble.
There you go. He's doing it.
He wants to charge him. Yeah,
that's what he's doing.
He's going to double charge.
Oh.
Very good play here to make space for that mincer mob by double charging the king and the rabble in on the Lycanus to force the rabble to slide all the way over to make enough space. Now let's see if that's actually made enough space.
I would think so.
Yeah. He's still got to be able to pivot around these rabble here and make contact.
Yeah, I got it. In.
Close the door. Yep, that's going to fit. That is excellent play on the part of Mr. Poole there, I have to say.
I bet he's really smug about it as well. Like super smug.
No, I think Carl is going to be very chilled about that and go, yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
That's what do.
Yeah. Definitely not doing that. Definitely not doing that.
So the fast side of the fast side of the table has seen an awful lot of action already, and it's only the top of turn 2. It's going to be like turn 4 before anything happens on the other side of the table.
So I'm exhausted, frankly.
Right. I feel like I should just stay zoomed in on the other side of the table. It's like
nothing to do with what I'm drinking.
What are you drinking, Steve?
Well, There's a story behind that.
Are we in beer cast?
No, I planned to go to the shop today to buy something to drink, but then I had a busy day at work, which is ridiculous because I know. Well, I didn't do anything. I know. It was like ridiculous. So I didn't get the chance, and I went to and I had 2 options to drink, and one of which was my wife's gin, and 1, I don't like gin, and 2, she probably divorced me for drinking her special gin. So that's not going to happen. And the only other thing I had was something I've been saving it. It's a bottle of Hennessy.
Is that XO or VSOP or?
It's XO.
XO?
Yeah.
Hennessy XO. Don't drink it, Steve. I'll buy it off you.
It's extremely expensive.
That's ridiculously expensive. It's Hennessy XO. That's.
I know.
That's
it was a present from my father-in-law.
That'd be 150 quid a bottle.
Yeah, about that. So it was a gift, like I say. And so I said to my wife, I think I might. I don't know. And she said, "You deserve it." Real words is what she said. And I went, "I do deserve it. I do deserve it." So I've had a couple of glasses of that. And
it's really nice.
It's very, very nice and very, very alcoholic. So it's probably why I look a little bit like a zombie. Although I noticed since I've started drinking it, colour has come back to my cheeks. I started this cast looking like a corpse, and now I look vaguely like a human. So anyway,
vaguely. Yeah. So Kyle has moving up in center here. He's kind of split his forces that he deployed in the middle, sending a Mincer Mob troop and rabble off to the right, and another Mincer Mob troop and rabble off to the left. So he's got something kind of flanking Luis's left and right, since he didn't really deploy anything in the center. And now the question is, what's he going to do with this wing it? He's got it well out of the arc of the Soul Reaver Cav. 3, 6, 9, 10. He's got it outside of the charge arc of the zombies. He might be planning on just doubling down on shelling the zombie trolls on the hill, or maybe with these zombie regiments, since he can't really see anything else.
They're a prime target now, right? So
yeah.
And are they piercing 2, 3?
I think they're 2.
Still enough to do a lot of damage there. Right?
No, they are piercing 3. They're blast D3 +1 and piercing 3 with indirect.
So and they'll be elite. So you've got 6 shots. It's going to do something. Yeah. Probably, maybe.
And then
zombie trolls are speed 6, right?
Zombie trolls are speed 6. Yep.
Yeah. Tom Annis has commented, Carl, better hope he picks up those werewolves, or he's getting flanked by the Rev King. Absolutely. Yep.
Fact.
That is very right. Yep. And
the Rev King.
I'm no mathematical genius on this one, but I reckon that's about 7 damage to werewolf, 7 or 8. This is not
plus or minus 2. Near. Come on, let's get some tables out. Let's get a calculator.
2. Yeah.
And they're triple inspired right there? Like all the inspiring sources in his army, except that one necromancer, are all around it here.
So you're looking at needing 9 plus. Yeah, 9 plus for nerve tech on nerve test twice.
What percentage chance is that? Let me just have a look on
about 14%.
Enough.
Yeah, I just throw numbers at people and say, yeah, it's about that.
Did anyone make it through Paige's dice math video?
I did because it appealed to me.
I didn't start it. No,
it's good. The beginning.
I like watching his battle reports, but not going.
So Paige sent me the first version of that video. Let me tell you, I saved you all. I saved you all from a lot of pain because he went into the Excel. He went into the formulas, right? So his second version that he sent, and he was like, "How's this?" He's literally segmented it. He's like, "If you're an idiot, this is what you need to know, and then if you have a brain, here's the rest of it." So I stopped at that bit because I'm like, "Well, I'm an idiot. That's absolutely, I'll take it. Fantastic." He basically says, "If you need a 9 twice, it's this percent."
So if you have a brain, go and look at an Excel.
No, he didn't do the Excel in the second one because I was like, Paige, this is really very boring, and I love you, but that's very boring. So he went more into this is what the percentage. This is how I've calculated these odds. So I'm not just making it up, basically.
So it looks like Kyle is moving on to shooting, and it looks like he's probably going to concentrate fire on the zombie trolls on the hill.
Oh.
I mean, with all that heal right there, I don't know how many of these wounds are really going to stick unless he does a lot of them. I'd expect him to heal at least 2 or 3 next turn, so he needs a couple of hits to really have anything stick.
Now, have you changed your UB Dice hashtag for when Kyle rolls all 6 hits on these into?
I think UB Dice applies in either direction.
What's it called now?
Have you gone for it's not you.
Hashtag confirmation bias.
Yes, exactly.
Hashtag confirmation bias.
I'm sorry. That's what FFS are using. Come on, guys.
The real quality.
Yeah,
right.
The quality presentations. Absolutely. Yeah.
It's the wannabes.
It's where alcohol really does take over, and the host goes AWOL.
They are the TikTok to your Facebook. That's what I feel.
And there were, I think Kyle may have just rolled all 3 of them at the same time and did in fact get 2 hits. And then rolled his 2d3 plus 1. And then there's his roll to wound. And a piercing 3 against zombie trolls. That should be all wounds. That should be 6 wounds on zombie trolls.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's it. I don't care.
Yeah, they're dash 17. They don't care.
Except I bet they will care.
So Bait and Bleed has reckoned with more time to study the numbers as 9 to 10 wounds. So my 8 was massively disproportionately out.
I hope you feel like a fool.
Yeah, for doing it off my top of head whilst
you're an idiot.
on a bottle of wine. I know. I'm thick. What can I say?
Looks like he's taking a pot shot with lightning at the necromancer on the hill. Getting 2 wounds on 3 dice, which is pretty good.
Hello.
Which I hate to give away the secret here, but if you run this sort of zombie block with the necromancers in the middle that give them vicious and whatnot, if you kill the necromancer, that block sucks. So that's a really good strategy.
He's got him. 8. That's 10. Oh, it's a waiver. That's not a waiver.
Yeah, it's not waiver. It's waiver.
That'll waiver a necromancer.
Definitely a waiver.
Yeah. There's not something in the undead list that gives them rally, is there?
No.
Looking across here? No. I was expecting some additional benefit they get, because they're so underpowered.
And that's the one with weakness and inspiring, and not the one with heal. So that doesn't shut down his ability to heal next turn.
Yeah.
Sam's fallen over.
Which I think that might actually be a mistake on Kyle's part. I think if it were me, I would have gone after the one with healing and with the vicious aura, because that's the one that really synergizes with those zombies and zombie trolls.
It's also the one that's going to be useful because the zombies are taking 6 damage.
Exactly.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. It's one you can get some real benefit immediately. So we're into combat, or close to.
Yep, here it comes.
Punch face.
So we will see what happens over here on the right, where stuff is happening. We got 3 different combats. We'll see which one he wants to do first. Looks like the king and the rabble on the Lycanus, all the way on the extreme right. This will be the rabble. Just the 1 wound. Which, they're rabble. You don't really expect them to do anything at all.
2 hits from the king?
Couple of hits from the king.
1
5
damage.
dice, and another 1 damage. Yep.
Yes, it should be fine.
Yeah, Lycanus is 13, 15.
Yeah, it's fine.
No, it's nothing.
But
also, by putting that king in, the Lycanus can now murder the king next turn. And there goes his inspiring source.
I don't know.
Overrun into something, yeah.
I think the king could take a punch from a Lycanus.
Yeah, he's only got 5 attacks.
One punch.
Well, not if he double charges him with the dragon.
No.
Yeah, the dragon's there looking nasty.
And then overruns into his mincers. Assuming they're not overrunning from having killed the werewolves.
And there's the nerve check, which is only 6, which Lycanus will certainly be fine from.
The dragon can't see the mincers at the moment, right?
No, but if he charges into the king, then he could overrun into
the
mincers, right?
Yeah, but if the mincers overrun forwards, he will be able to see them.
Yeah, I don't think mincers can get through the Lycanus.
No,
can't see it.
Through the Lycans. No.
If he kills the werewolves with those mincers, he's going to want to back up so he doesn't get flanked by the other red king.
Yeah.
As he rolls
or
a
by,
heroic
or by the
overrun.
Lycanus.
Okay.
More by the Lycanus, yeah. So that is 6 hits, which is really good. And 3 damage on the Revenant King from the rabble next to the building there.
Rabble!
That's pretty impressive. Okay, this is the big one.
It's really good for them. And now the Mincers on the werewolf. Yep, this is the big one.
What's the
So that's 20. It's random
No, it's
hits,
18.
Is
14
that
plus
per
D6.
regiment?
It's a
It's
oh no, it's
14
a
plus
regiment.
D6.
Regiment.
Yeah.
So it's 21 plus D6, isn't it?
So it's 25
25.
attacks, 12 hits.
Ooh.
9 wounds?
There's 9 wounds,
Yeah.
so that's right within the range.
Well, Bait and Bleed's feeling very smug right now.
7
Yeah.
twice.
Gets it on the first roll and misses it on the second. That's not even going to be enough for a waiver, I don't think. A 3
Well,
on-
Paige has told me a
13 in
7 twice
total.
is a 33% chance of success, as opposed to a 6 twice, which is a 56% chance of success. Just saying. If you're interested in more numbers like this, please check out Newbie Dice on YouTube.
Yeah, even with Brutal, he's still a couple short of a waiver there.
Yeah.
So that's going to be bad. That's going to be very bad.
That flank is toast. That flank's gone. That flank's
Is
toast.
Mincer still speed 4 or are they speed 5?
Speed 5.
Speed 5.
Is that Mincer regiment on the next to the house, Mike? How far away from the dragon is it?
About 7.
9.
7 and a bit.
So if the dragon does charge the flank of those
Yeah.
mincers, he's going to get rich. Oh, if he's going to get charged by that mincer next turn, right?
Yeah, but if you didn't take out the... They'll take the mincer out. Won't they? Mincers aren't that... Yeah, they're only...
Yep, so
That's
looks
he's
like
doing
they're
it.
not charged. Yep.
There we go.
So he's
Yeah,
well
this
within
dragon-
charge range.
Yeah, Dragon doesn't care about having rabble in its flank. So it looks like Lycanus has countercharged the rabble regiment in front of him. He hasn't bothered putting anything on the king.
And he's popping the healing brew.
And there's Healing Brew, yep.
Go on, Healing Brew.
Heals
There we
2 of the 3, down to 1. Yep, so he
Life
corkscrew
Leech will take
charged,
care of the rest of it.
and Life Leech will take care of the rest. So he corkscrew charged this Revenant King into the flank of the Mincers, countercharged with the Werewolves, and countercharged the rabble with his Lycanus, leaving nothing on the king, which I think is probably fine, because everything over here is going to be on snakes soon anyway, so it doesn't matter how inspired they are, right? Like, pretty bad. Looking pretty bad for Cyle over there. Yeah, that nerve roll of 3, that second nerve roll on the werewolves from the Mincers, only coming up a 3, is really going to mess him up because he only needed what, like a 5 to waiver, I think.
Is he going to put
How far can the other dragon go?
I'd say he's going to put a worm into the king, or he's going to pop him over the top.
I would pop him over the top.
Over the
That would
top.
pop
And
him over the
take
top.
out the war engines one by one, right?
Yeah, put him on the 3, roughly where the 3 token is. Spin it.
You can't see anything useful from there, so I think this angle is better if you can clear the house.
And it looks like
How
Which
far
you
can he go?
can't.
So he's going to have to come back a little bit and land just to the right of the house, probably. Which
He
may or
doesn't
may
have
not.
to go the full. He doesn't have to go the full 20, of course.
He doesn't, but I think he's trying to land somewhere so that he'll have
Yeah, you
at
can
least one
see the
catapult and arc. Yeah, for next turn.
And then just munch through the...
Yeah, munch through team score points over here on the right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. He's still got his Soul Reavers there hanging around in the woods, just kind of nonchalantly vampiring around the woods.
Lurking.
And they've
There
got...
we go.
No, he's gonna charge
King's
him.
going in. Yeah, we go.
Okay.
Told you.
But if you're going to do that,
I like the other version better.
But he's going into the rabble, not the king.
Not the
Yeah.
king, yeah, because the king...
He doesn't have the room to get them both into the king.
And the king is 12-14, and again, like those dragons only have 10 attacks and on 4s. So it's possible that he would go in and not actually kill the king.
Tom Annis, who is a better player than all of us, says, I would charge the king with the Lycanus and the injured king into the rabble.
Maybe.
yeah.
Why? I don't think, like we said, the Lycanus isn't going to kill the king.
Well, if he did, no, never mind.
Yeah, I guess if you do that, you at least you protect the injured Revenant King from a countercharge by the king, right? Because if the Lycanus are side by side, he can't get into his flank. Right. Whereas now, like, the king will at least get to throw his 5 attacks at the dragon, the injured dragon next turn.
It also puts the dragon further over to the right hand side where it can do more fun games afterwards. But
yeah, I did prefer jumping over myself.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Time.
There we go.
Oh, he's full on soul reavering into the rabble.
Ugh.
Okay.
I'm not sure that I like that
move that I'd like to do at all.
Yeah, because he's going to take a hit.
Get a Minter regiment into. There you go. Right, change the minus.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'd wait. I'd seriously hold them back until the right flank's sorted out.
Yeah.
And then you got something else to help you.
Yeah, they're an excellent threat. They're faster than everything over there.
There's no rush. There's no rush. Don't need to worry about it.
Because, like, if you don't burn your Strider boots to make sure you kill the rabble and you stick there, you're going to get flanked by those mincers by the house.
Yeah, just hang around.
Well, I would burn the boots. I know that if I was just charging rabble, I'd still burn the boots.
Yeah, you kind of have to, because I mean, at that point, you're out in the middle of the table. You're not going to need them again, right?
Yeah.
Right. And this is it's a very open table. This is if you had a war engine heavy goblin list, this undead army would just be annihilated, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Unless nothing hits, which can happen, and will.
If you have 6 war engines, something always hits.
Yeah, if you have 6 war engines, and three wingets and 3 bangets and 3 whizzes, like
this would just
like
literally table in.
You lose stuff.
Okay, guys, I'm just going for a refuel. I'll be back in a second.
All right. Well, Kyle's a stand-up guy. He doesn't bring a bunch of shooting and war machines. He brings a whole bunch of bodies.
Don't tell him that.
Tries to outmaneuver you.
But that's the thing. You can do both.
You can do both, sure.
Oh, don't start this again.
I know there's one I prefer playing against for fun reasons. To each their own.
Exactly. Just because we don't all play in the hell forge that is the Spanish gaming scene, So he has gone into the rabble, which is a bold move. So the Minster Regiment now has the choice of going into the Dragon when it reforms next turn, or the Soul Reavers.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know that I love that, because they're playing Invade, and the Soul Reavers are the Minsters hit on 4s, I think, because they're playing Invade, and the Soul Reavers are more unit strength than the Dragon. So I don't know that I would charge my Soul Reavers up into a not great position to try to protect the rear of a dragon.
So is there any Crush One Thunder? Oh well, Jesus! Which regiment is it? That regiment next to the house? Is it Sharpness, Strength?
That's the naked one, I think.
That's a troop.
Naked one.
Oh, it's a troop anyway.
Oh, it's a troop.
Oh, right.
Oh.
Okay.
The one facing the rear is a troop.
So not quite so scary then.
No,
it's because they're so bloody big, isn't it?
They're 4 troops and 2 regiments.
Right.
Oh, in which case that's an absolutely fine move. I completely approve of it.
Yeah.
As long as he kills.
As long as it kills. As long as he doesn't get flanked. Yeah.
Because 28 plus 2d6 attacks is not fun.
No.
Yeah.
But Soul Reavers, I mean, a lot of people, it's really interesting with Undead, right? Because a lot of people don't take Soul Reaver Cav anymore because they're not as good as Soul Reaver Infantry. In my Undead army, I take them because I've got the models, and I've literally only got the models for 1 army, so you've got to take them. I still think they hit like a truck. They hit like a ton of bricks. It's just there's better options. I still really, and the fact of vampires and horses is awesome. So, you've got to respect somebody that still takes Soul Reaver Cav, even though they're not like ideal anymore.
The main problem is they die now.
Right.
Yeah, they're not defense 6, right?
And they're surprisingly easy to stop as well, because I stopped them with a unicorn one time.
But unicorns are wildly OP, that's why. Everyone knows that.
Well, unicorns are ridiculous.
Stupid.
Yeah, Soul Reaver. Yeah, I still take a regiment of Soul Reaver Cav because I want at least one thing. I want at least one scoring unit in my army that can move at the double more than 12.
Right. I just think they're cool. I spend a lot of time modeling them, so
yeah, it's also fun. Right?
Not that I play undead anymore because it is only Sados that like to play on easy mode that take undead. Am I right? I'm not right. Sorry.
Yeah,
you don't prefer werewolves for that, Mike?
I have some. I haven't painted them yet. I kind of want to experiment with them.
Werewolves are awesome.
But actually, I think for the points, I had to go. I think for the points for my current list, I had to go with Soul Reavers because I think they're a little cheaper than werewolves.
That sounds weird, but I haven't.
Yeah, and I think all the vampire units are like 250 points now, like the infantry.
Yeah,
and I haven't
quite absorbed the fact that they don't cost 300 points anymore.
Yeah, no, they're 250 and werewolves are 255. Yeah. So
yeah.
My friend Matt's just sent me a message saying, watching you lot commentate, I am shouting a lot at the screen. Good job, everyone.
Is that good or bad? I don't know if that's good or bad.
Yeah, I think he thinks we're idiots.
Non-specific feedback. I don't know how to take that. Please submit detailed notes to.
Send them the link. Send them the link. Then he can join in and show us how we're doing it wrong.
Yeah. Do you want to Matt? Do you want to join us on StreamYard? Come on, join in. There's not enough room. There's only 3 commentators allowed. All the overlays would go hideously wrong. We're not doing it.
Yeah, people's faces would get covered up. It'd be bedlam.
I think he's upset because John's only reading out anything Tom Annis says and nobody else. Because Tom is the only valid commentator.
He's the only one who's bought me a bottle of whiskey, to be honest.
So moving on to combat, Soul Reaver Cav charging into Mincers.
Can't believe you did that.
That is an 8 and a 10. That will easily pick them up with all the damage they do.
Not surprising. Everybody looks surprised.
Least surprising event ever.
Yep. It looks like during his shooting phase, he healed those zombie trolls with the necromancer over there on the hill to get them back down to 2 wounds. Yeah. And now it's just a question of what he does with his Soul Reavers.
Sidestep would plug the gap.
Yeah.
But he's rolled a D6. And he's moved back.
Because he's not switching to D3s. Because he's being clever.
So it's just a 1 inch shift, whatever he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think sidestep would have been the better option there. Even just the 1 inch sidestep up table.
Matt says, I couldn't possibly commentate with as much flair as you 4. I think you're confusing flair with alcohol, my friend.
So, and yes, you can, Matt. I'm sure you can.
It's easy. I've seen, yeah. Right, what's happening now?
Moving on to other combat.
That'll be the flank charge from the...
right.
Yep. So
8 damage.
Being on camera is so much nicer when you haven't just had your ass handed to you.
Sam, I felt pity on you that game.
That is 15 hits out of 18 attacks from the werewolves. Right?
There's the nerves, and they're gone. Goodbye.
Yeah, so that's kind of a big loss for Kyle there at bottom turn 2.
So he's only got 2 reform.
Yeah, because he could potentially have a flank charge from the goblins coming straight through the mob, coming past the cavalry over the
He'll
wall.
just turn the dragon around because flank from rabble is not that scary. If the mob comes across, they'll be hitting on 5s, which again isn't that scary. Yeah. I think a dash 19 dragon can take that.
Yeah,
and then he's got a Soul Reaver,
and it's all the way healed.
And the Soul Reaver cavalry then staring all the way down his flank. He needs to put the mincers into the Soul Reavers.
Yeah, he needs to. Yeah, he does. He does really need to do that. Take those out,
or at least just stop them. Especially because if he hits them, they become a lot less scary.
What's he doing? Oh, he's backed them up. He's backed them up.
Backing up the werewolves on the hill.
Why?
Probably to avoid a potential corkscrew from the mincers, from the rabble that is being charged right now. If they survive,
they've got 8 damage. To be fair,
they have got 8 damage on them.
Yeah, fragile.
Moved on to combat there. That's 6 wounds from the Revenant King. Looks like.
Yeah.
We've got some top dancing tips from Maggers here. The units on the left need a maypole in the middle of that circle. It's a very British joke, I feel.
Looks like 4 more wounds from Lycanus, putting the battle up to a total of 10.
They're about to do the hokey cokey. Whoa, the hokey cokey, like that.
13. What's the nerve on a?
That's wavering.
12, 14.
12, 14. So 13 will waver. If only something was brutal over there. He'd have gotten him.
But that's fine. There's nothing there that's going to kill either of those units. It's not a problem.
No.
And then they're stuck.
Yep. Yeah.
Do you guys have the hokey cokey in the US? Oh, you call it the hokey pokey, don't you?
It's the hokey pokey, yeah.
No, it's not the hokey pokey.
No, it isn't.
That's the American spelling.
No, you're spelling it wrong.
That's an entirely different thing found on.
Hokey cokey is something completely different.
Hokey cokey
over here.
The teenage years.
In, out, shake it all about.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's called Cut Ogre 216. I feel that's very much a grinder nickname as opposed to a Universal Battle nickname.
Universal Battle's random name generator for guests is interesting.
Cut Ogre looking for Butch Goblin.
That's a big grinder, isn't it? That's a grinder.
Mincer.
Oh. Strong mincer looking for sexy vampire.
So moving on to the top of turn 3.
Here we go, Mike trying to get us back on track.
When am I going to be on one of these with Jake Cherapika and Ashley at the same time? We can.
Oh God! Oh no, that's not good.
Sorry, Mike.
Jake,
when someone else agrees to host that,
it has to be Jake hosting.
Get Jeremy Duval to host it.
Oh, here we go. Cybrand with the deep British cut.
Mitch is in.
Hello. Why is there in charge? Why is there in charge one mob in?
You couldn't see them with the other mob. Which mob?
The next one over is looking the other way.
Sorry,
yeah. It's looking towards the zombie trolls because he split his middle to kind of go each direction.
That's a bad goal. Oh dear.
Looks like he's trying to decide what to do with his king all the way over here on the right. Looks like maybe he's deciding to hide it instead of go into the werewolves.
Just hit the werewolves. Hit the werewolves.
Hit the werewolves. Slow him down for the turn. Maybe waver him.
Absolutely.
Does he have crush 1?
Who, the king? I think so.
Yeah.
So it's 4 attacks on 4s.
Yeah, he's got crush 1.
That's worth doing. They're on 8
5 attacks.
It's still like 1 or 2 wounds on average maximum, which I mean he
definitely
puts them in range, but actually it puts them in good range of waver.
I guess he also has a short bow, so the king can literally just step back and shoot at them. They're all the way up on the hill, so there's no
that's
cover.
what he's doing.
Oh, that is
that's way smarter move.
Doesn't get the crushing strength because I don't think he's piercing with the bows.
No, he's not piercing.
And of course, undead werewolves are defense 5 because why not?
Well, they don't get to be Pathfinder, so let's not complain too much.
Oh,
no. Let's complain a lot, Sam. Let's complain a lot.
Oh, they need a buff. That's what they need.
So, Sam, are we looking at the 2005 Ashes series here with England?
I'm so sorry, guys. I just fell asleep because you're talking about cricket, which is really boring.
No, it's not. You
have
Philistine.
no idea.
Utter Philistine, Steve.
I live 10 minutes away from Edgbaston, and I once was taken there on a corporate thing, and I had to pretend to be interested in cricket for an entire cricket game.
Oh, but what made that boring was the fact that it was a corporate thing, not...
No, it's the fact that it was cricket. I actually quite enjoyed the cricket when I was there, if I'm honest.
Do they not let you drink at your corporate things?
Oh no, it was free beer. That was part of the problem. So I sat there drinking free beer
and cricket.
And attempting to chat up the daughter of the guy who'd invited me, which he didn't like very much. So anyway,
that's not a good call, Steve.
But what? So why are we talking the 2005 Ashes? Even though there's never a bad reason to talk about the 2005 Ashes. But
it's fairly evenly balanced. So we're going into the Edgbaston Test. I think we've just.
It wasn't looking evenly balanced at that point.
We just see McGrath has just done his ankle in. So I think the undead England force here are just steaming towards. Yes. It's all right, Steve. I can see buses outside and a few cranes. And I've just realised my head.
A flock of pigeons on the.
My head is now completely disembodied.
Hey John, try turning on the green screen. If you click down the bottom on the cam mic thing, you can turn on green screen. See if you can make things appear in the dark background behind you.
Lords.
Yeah. We talking about Grinder again? Or
Cut Ogre's back. So Kyle's trying to figure out what to do kind of in the middle. Working his way over to the left at this point, which is, I mean, it's kind of a tricky thing to deal with here because you got zombie trolls up on the hill. They're already crushing 2. They're going to be vicious with the necromancer close by. Coming off the hill, they'll be crushing 1. That will definitely hurt anything it hits. And then there's wraiths that can be easily surged into a flank, and a regiment of wraiths in the flank is nothing to sneeze at. That's 24 attacks with crushing 1. And he's got 2 necromancers over there, so he's got more than enough surge to surge both of them in on anything that gets in range. So he's got to be really careful in his approach here, or he's gonna get ground down before he really gets a chance to do any damage.
I mean, looking at that range of units, I would struggle to find anything to do. The problem is everything's chaff in this army, right? So he can put the rabble into one of the trolls. Are they within range, those rabble within of any of the trolls, or has he left them just out as he should have done? Yeah, just out.
That looks like they're just out, yeah.
So he's going to have to shove it in front of one of them, right? And then this is exactly what he needs to do, is to just block off. He wants his Death Star, which is the sharpness Mincer regiment, to be able to charge something. The problem he's got is there's 4 things that can stop him. And that's not even counting the zombie. He can take out one of the zombies, but he's got 4 punchy units. Yeah. And the defense 6 units can I mean, even the Mincers are hitting on 4s. I mean, damaging on 4s. This is a very tough position to be in, frankly.
Yeah.
Yeah, still got the war engines. They can still blink away damage.
He does, and he did well with them last turn, but again, like he wavered the necromancer with weakness instead of the one with heal, so he just picked up 4 of the wounds he did, which I think might have been another mistake. Not necessarily a mistake, but not the most optimal choice for that early in the game, I don't think.
I just think this.
No matter what else happens, there's always the Warn engines.
The Warn engines.
The Warn engines. I mean, they are playing invade, so he does have to kind of just walk across the field.
Out of the back of the hand, or over the top.
What?
Flipper.
That.
That's a sort of snap the fingers one.
Mike, I don't know if you're as lost as I am, but
I don't know.
He's so lost, he's not lost.
I've watched a lot of these casts. I've never seen Mike at any point go, and I don't know, and look like his soul has left his body.
I got nothing.
Mike, it's like baseball, but faster.
Okay. There you go. So he's made the correct move, right? So he's blocked the wraiths from being able to either jump over or go or charge the Mincer regiment. Yep. He's opened up the Mincer troop to a flank, but this is a very hard position to be in. And really, Carl's done this to himself by bringing a theme army. No, goblins are one of the most powerful armies in the game.
Great, I know.
If he bought a super, super powerful goblin army, this would be a very different game. He's bought a fun army because he's Kyle and he wants to be cool, right?
Yeah, and I think I think what he's hoping here is that he's got these wraiths boxed out so they won't have space to actually land in between the zombies and the zombie trolls. So the zombie trolls will have to come off the hill.
They could just front and flank.
Yeah, they're wider than the mincer bomb, so I'm not sure there's going to be space.
But as usual, you can just do clever necromancer things, probably.
Daka. Here we go.
Possibly.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah,
boom.
you can sidestep them and then flank charge with the wraiths and then search the zombie trolls in if you want to.
For example,
5 exclamation marks is a sign of desperation or madness. Just like to say.
So he's once again putting the spotter on those zombie trolls on the left on the hill. With the wing it, and here comes all 6 rolls, and once again 2 hits. A 1 and a 6 for the D3, so that's going to be 6, and that's going to be 5 wounds.
5 damage.
Nice.
On the zombie trolls, putting them up to 7. Still needs a 10 twice to get them.
Now he's going to shoot them.
Now he's going to throw some grenades, I'm guessing.
Well, if the zombie trolls die, there's definitely nothing going to stop those wraiths from getting in the flank.
That's right.
Just sidestep anyway, so that's not going to be an issue.
That's the silver lining.
So what's the what's within range of that? That's 12 inches from the thingy, the necromancer, right?
The necromancer.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate, Steve.
Thank you.
What's 12
inches? Only 12
thingy.
Oh, it is only 12. That's right. Eye in the Sky is 24, but the fire bombs are only 12.
12 inches, right? So he can. I think he's probably debating whether to hit the necromancer. Get rid of him. He'd be hitting 5.
If he gets lucky. Yeah, range is 4. It would be 5s.
Was it 12 attacks? 12 attacks or 3 attacks?
3 attacks, and that's 1. That's just the 1. But that's still enough to. No, it's piercing 1, so that's not even a wound because I think the necromancer's defense 4, and I think the grenades are only piercing 1.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. It was a noble attempt. That's what I'd have done.
Yep, I mean you're already flying him back there so that you can kind of get behind him. And so now I guess this turn, Luis will decide whether to take this central unit of wraiths and just fly them over and surge them into the wing it and knock it out of the game, or do something else.
I think for our international listeners, the Bob has correctly pointed out that the thingy is between the Dubry and the what's it.
Is it?
How do you make that come up? Who did that? Did you do that, John?
No, that's Mike.
Oh, I see. Because I've been trying and I can't do that.
Big Matt. Yeah, I think only the host gets to do that.
I'm just thinking, but with a fly of 7, where the wraiths can get into those right-hand wraiths, I think probably the wing is the best target, right? But
yeah, because you just turn, fly, land in front of it, surge into it. You don't have to do a lot of damage to it. There are already 12 attacks on 4s with crushing 1. Like they'll ground it and kill it in a turn or 2.
It's -10, isn't it? Yeah.
Just stop it from being a pain in the ass. Particularly with the if you're not going to take out the war machines, take out the thing that's helping them.
Yep.
Right, because from here it can actually just melee the necromancers, right?
Yep. So it's like here comes the bow shots from the.
Oh, the
chow,
Lord.
chow, chow. Did he hit?
Oh, the king.
Yes.
No, so he's not done it.
Well,
I think that might be both characters shooting, both kings shooting at once because both of them can do it, and they have 18-inch bows. So he just rolled them as a lump. 10
attacks, 8 hits.
8 hits, but only 2 damage.
But that puts them on a 10. That's very unpleasant.
That's very, very precarious, and they won't like that at all.
7 twice. Let me tell you, that's 33%, 33.2% chance. I don't know. I need to look up that table.
Or just a 5 once to waver.
Just the 5 once to waver is fine.
Exactly. Yeah. What have we got? He's waiting. Oh, that's it, right? That's all he's shooting.
I think that's all he's shooting, yeah. So nerve check.
There'll be a re-roll, so it's about 60% chance.
So that's a roll of a 9 on the zombie trolls, and he needed a 10 twice. But nothing there.
Here we go.
And now for the werewolves.
That's once.
Yeah,
twice.
That will get them.
19.
That will take those werewolves off the hill with bow shots from 2 goblin kings.
That's how you win. Roll a 9.
Roll a 9. roll an 8 and follow it with a 9. Why not?
Yeah, it works. That's one way of winning.
That's what inspiring is for.
Yep. So that definitely helps Cyle out on the right side there a lot. He's still got 2 dragons to deal with and a Lycanus.
Those dragons will probably grind out all that rubble over time.
Right. It'll just take them a while to do it. And on to combat. So we have a very exciting rabble on zombie combat all the way over there on the left.
Oh, that is a slap. Oh,
5 wounds. Yeah, I mean, zombies are only defense 4, so if you hit them, or excuse me, defense 2, so if you hit them, you're gonna hurt them.
Yeah.
But they are dash 15, so they're not going anywhere for a while.
Yeah. Same nerve as your thick chaff, John. Dash 15.
Yeah.
Weren't they hindered?
Yeah, the ones coming through the pond there probably should have been hindered, so you probably should have rolled them separately, and he might be going back. Oh no, that was a flank charge.
Cheaty goblins.
Yeah. Looks like Alex Goose may have joined the room there.
Join the proper channel, Goose. Sort your life out. I don't know what he's talking about now.
Yeah. Alex, get onto the chat, mate, the proper way.
But that does take out that zombie regiment. So, hey guys, Rabble killed something. Look at that.
Yay, go Rabble!
They just had to combo charge in the flank in the front to kill zombies.
Did you see Rob Berman's Rabble Horde that he painted up with the new models?
Don't know, but I imagine it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's really nice. He nicked all the models off the new sprues, their new Goblin sprues, and did a whole Rabble Horde with them. They look really nice. Much better than the old ones.
Because Rob Berman can't paint for toffee.
That's outrageous. That's outrageous. I mean, they don't watch this because they don't give a toss, but I mean, that's outrageous, isn't it?
It's not good painting.
Is it because his bases aren't thick enough, John? Is that why?
No, it's just
that's the trick with these things. If you start watching the first 5 or 10 minutes, like it sounds relatively professional. If you jump to like the first an hour in, all of a sudden, then you get all the juicy gossip coming out.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
When we figure like anyone who's got something better to do is stop watching or is watching it on fast
any
forward.
Of the 26 people who are currently watching,
right?
Yeah, we'll throw out some tips.
Bad, mate. What's the top viewer rating for 4 Foot Snake? 4, 3?
No, we had 40 odd. Last
40.
Yeah,
shut up.
Yeah.
Why?
I should be taking lessons from you. Jeez.
It's alcohol, mate.
Why?
Alcohol. I still remember we had 40 odd when I did. When we did, Jeff versus Dan was 46, 47.
Oh yeah, that's right. Got a good number for that.
So the clearly the factor is me.
Whoa, did that? I think those Mincers just picked up those Soul Reavers.
What? The other channel. Anyway, sorry, what happened? Oh my God, he killed the Soul Reavers.
That's not sorry. To happen.
So the Mincer troop here in the middle. He rolled a 5 on his D6, so that's 19 attacks. He got 10 hits. They're Crush 1 Thunder 1, so that does 8 damage, and they're 15-17. And brutal.
That is a lot of unit strength gone off the table.
That is a lot of punch.
Yeah,
that makes a big difference. Big difference.
That's huge. That's huge.
Now
These
suddenly
guys
there's
are
a
not
Mincer
wasting any
troop.
time.
What are they? What are they? Mincer troops?
Dash 15.
Dash 14. Dash 14.
Yeah, the regiment's
so
dash 16.
A Mincer troop just wow.
I mean, he's not going to charge. Oh, he can't fly.
He's going to have to hinder charge a Mincer troop in the front. That's not going to. Don't like it.
Yeah, they hit on 4s already, so that'll be 5s, and he's only got 10 attacks, and they have big shield. So even with crushing 3, it's not going to convert everything to damage.
I guess the smart move is to kill the rabble and then turn so the Mincer troop has to go over the wall.
But is he going to kill the rabble? Is the thing. Well, he can flank them with the other dragon.
My favorite Australian.
Matt Croach is here. What's happening, Matt? Here's something you don't know.
I don't have your theme music queued up, Matt. I apologize.
What is his theme music?
I don't know. Is it the theme from Shaft or something like that?
The theme from Muppets.
Sing Matilda.
It's time to make the music. It's time to light the lights. Here's the fact that the cast of Unplugged Radio don't know who Matt Croger is, which is disgusting. Disgusting. He's the biggest deal in Australia after Jess Trace and several other people. You know, the other podcast, Direct Misfire.
And the 6.7 of a million people there.
Yeah, he's up there.
All right, so Bob,
in the world
turn
of
3.
He's a big deal.
It looks like Luis is trying to figure out if he can, in fact, or how, or what he needs to do to fit the wraiths into the flank of the Mincer troop. Like we were suspecting he might try.
Disengage his zombies.
Disengages his zombies to make just enough space to drop them in there.
Yeah.
That's one way to do it.
Apparently, Matt's theme tune is actually Careless Whisper.
Careless Whisper. Nice.
We're never gonna dance again.
Okay, so now you guys have to go through and come up with a theme song for all the counter charge hosts. Because we already did what was it Britain did? Which boy band member would each Unplugged Radio guy be?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Oh, cut. Hang on.
Yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff going on in this game. Both these guys clearly very good with both of these armies. I think Luis came out swinging, and maybe it's hard to tell whether something catches Cyle by surprise or if he's just like, yeah, half my army's going to die, I don't care. I'll just roll with it. That might just be his battle plan all the time. So you know, even like a bunch of first turn charges, Cyle still might have been like, whatever. I'm improvising as soon as deployment's over anyway. So what difference does it make?
It sounds like he's having a blast.
Yeah, no, this definitely looks like a game that would be fun to play. Like these guys are mixing it up and doing a lot of interesting stuff here.
If I was Luis, I think you can just dance that dragon out of the Mincer troops' arc.
Right.
Just advance and just get out of the way. Sure, he can't be seen.
Turn. Yeah.
Yeah, because it can still go 10.
Exactly.
And it just got to end an inch away from the rabble and an inch away.
Which I don't think he has a problem doing.
Yeah. Do you have to disengage and slide the inch away first before you start moving?
I don't think so, because if he just moves forward until he's an inch away from the rabble, he's fine.
You disengage up to an inch, so it can be like 0.0001.
And you withdraw up to an inch.
Yeah, withdraw.
So he can just slide forward however many inches he needs. He doesn't have to withdraw first, as long as any move that takes you out of contact is disengaging.
So Cy Brown is saying, could Luis disengage the zombies on the left just enough to let the wraiths flank charge, pivot them a bit but be further away than when they started, and then surge them back into the rabble? I think he was looking at that a minute ago, wasn't he? He was playing with that.
Probably. Yeah, I think that would work. Dirty, filthy, undead tricks.
Filthy. Apparently Jeremy's theme tune is Eternal Flame. Which I support. Is this burning? But then Felix Castro says it's I Touch Myself by the Divinals.
So, Steve, is yours like Total Eclipse of the Heart or something like that, maybe?
Shut up. Mine's got something really cool.
When I'm cleaning windows.
Wow, it's a big old fuck you to Spain boy over there.
I'm going for 2 pints of lager and a packet of crisps, please.
That's my theme tune. I am the Antichrist.
I was going to say Rob. I'm sorry. Probably like yakety
Steve,
sax.
You're not having Sex Pistols, mate. That's not happening.
Fair enough. It's a fair point. I think Rob's is anything by Bruce Springsteen because he is the boss, as he lets us know on many an occasion.
What? Rob Fnuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the boss. Yeah.
Although he's terrified of Universal Battle. Won't even touch it. He's got old man tech phobia. Doesn't involve glue in a movement tray. He's not involved. He doesn't understand it.
Sounds like Mario Pinot.
Mario Pinos. Mario Pinos is just like
he won't touch you.
Hulking brute of a player.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yes. Typical thing.
I'll
take a whiskey drink. I drink a lager drink. I drink a cider drink.
I haven't really got the dreadlocks for it, to be honest, and I shower, so there is that.
Bourgeois scum.
I've just had a PM with Steve should be dude looks like a lady.
Yeah, take it. I take it. 100%, all over that. I know I'm trying to clean up this model that I printed. I ran out of filament halfway through printing a car for The Walking Dead, so it's literally half a car. But I'm going to put it upside down on some rocks.
There you go. There you go. Always try to always try to reuse misprints because you never know.
Also,
what you can do.
I'm just going to cover this one with moss because you can see how badly it printed. Horrible.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's taken the worm into the front.
Into the front of the mincers. Yep.
Disagree with that move. Fully disagree.
I don't think it's quite that bad because he's just going to wipe out that rabble regiment that way.
That way, yeah, with a flank charge from the other dragon. I think he might have been out of the charge arc of the rabble anyway. And I mean, hindered rabble in the flank.
Hindered rabble in the flank is not that.
Still not that big of a deal.
But he could lose a dragon
if they remember that it's hindered, of course.
Sure.
Well, I suppose by hitting them, they lose their thunderous charge, right? So they only then crush 1, so then they're damaging on 4. So suddenly they're a lot less threatening, even with brutal.
Yep.
He says, brandishing a Stanley knife. Sorry. Threatening, wasn't it? You listen to me, I'll cut you.
I got you, Steve.
Have you got an extendable one? Sexy.
Careful, YouTube's going to flag our videos as having violent content or something.
Exactly.
People weapons.
Ask John what to do with it, the father of multi-basing. What on earth are you talking about, Crozier? No one understands.
I think he's talking about your skateboard thing.
He's talking about your misprinted cars.
Oh, right. Sorry, yeah. I think people are listening when I'm talking.
It's basic material, so it just
I think turning it upside down sounds like a perfectly good use.
Exactly, it just looks like it's been submerged, right?
Looks like it's been flipped over, and if you got like some rocks and other things, you can make it look like it's flipped over.
Exactly, and some rocks.
Yeah,
buried by zombies.
Yeah.
At some point, I will produce a photo of the first ever multi-base unit that appeared in the Mantic event.
I bet it's rubbish, isn't it?
It was, yeah. It was literally dwarfs glued to a base.
It was dwarfs on 20mm bases glued to a base.
Was it so far?
No, I didn't. I actually
advanced.
I actually cut the base off.
Was it so far ahead of its time that people said that it was bullshit and you were just being lazy, or did people realize the genius?
No, Alessio and Ronnie looked at it and went, "That's really quite a clever idea."
I've heard this story so many times now; it's very dull. It's not as boring as cricket.
What can I say? I've been in the game for quite.
I've been around a long time.
I've been a long time. I'm a veteran. I'm a veteran.
If you've got a problem with it, I'll ban your ass.
So it looks like Luis has chosen to send those central wraiths into the front of the mincer mob troop instead of surging him into the wingit, which I think is interesting because they're only crushing 1, and with big shield, the mincers are defense 6 to the front.
No, he's playing a defensive game because as long as
he
you
wins
strip death under charge, they're useless against defensive.
Yeah, he wins that fight.
He's over halfway, so
he does.
He's winning.
He does, but I feel like I would have just thrown some zombies in front of him and let him chew through that for a turn, and then worried about him after the wingit was grounded or dead.
What zombies?
Oh, you're right. He killed the zombies. Those are both rabble. My bad. Never mind.
They're the same thing. It's hard to tell them apart.
Right. And it looks like he is taking the flank. It looks like he sidestepped the other zombie troll horde to make room for the wraiths to get in on the flank, and then he'll probably just surge them in to make sure he gets.
I think he probably figured that he needed the surge and the heal, so surging the wraiths into the wingit stopped being an option.
That's a good point. Yeah. Yeah, because he does have 7 wounds on these zombie trolls.
Is he going to send them into the? Is he going to turn them and send them into the rabble on the right? Is that the plan with Surge?
No, he's already sidestepped.
No, he's sidestepped to let the wraiths in.
Them. Yeah, so he's just going to surge down off the hill into that mincer troop
to give the wraiths room to get in the flank.
Can the rabble? If he leaves the necromancer there, can the rabble charge him? I think they can.
Probably, yeah.
He hasn't finished moving them yet.
Yeah, if he sends the zombie trolls down off the hill, he'll be exposing both of his necromancers. But
yeah, but we're into turn 3. You won't care.
Yeah, we're into turn 3, and
Yeah.
apparently these guys decided to play the entire game in the first 2 turns instead of waiting till turn 3 to get started like most of us do.
Best way to play.
They don't add to anything to the scenario, so yeah, they go. They die.
He can move them so they're out of range, so it's not.
I mean, the wing is going to go into both of them anyway, or either of them.
Both of them, yes.
Yeah, it could.
It could.
Although I don't think the winged has that many attacks.
The winged is not impressive in combat.
No, it's only got 3 attacks. So, yeah. But it could go after the wounded one, I guess.
There you go. He's thinking.
Yeah, he's figured it out. He can at least hide one of them. Or I guess that's the one with the aura. You really want to get that one close enough so that it can give vicious to the zombie trolls that charge down the hill at the mincers. Yeah. That I think is really the critical one there, because those zombie trolls came off the hill, so they'll be crushing 2 and thunderous 1, going against defense 6. You really want vicious there to help him pick up the ones he misses.
Yeah.
Now he's put it back.
Okay.
2 seconds.
So far, Luis has lost his Werewolf Horde and his Soul Reaver Cavalry Regiment, which are both of his kind of fast hammer units. And he's down to a couple of dragons, which are nice and tanky, but don't necessarily put out a ton of damage. So like the biggest damage output he has right now are these zombie trolls, I think. 18 attacks and on 4 is crushing 2 with vicious if the necromancer's around. They are pretty sturdy as a combat unit.
Yeah. I mean, losing the Soul Reaver cavalry was a bit of a shock. I don't think anybody expected that to happen.
Yeah, he's lost all his melee 3 potential apart from the Lacanus, which is really not that much.
Which effectively is going to be bogged down over on the right flank there.
Yep.
That's not going to do much the rest of the game.
He's not that much worried because he's going to kill that regiment, and the other rabble regiment is going to charge it, not kill it, and then he can just run away.
Yep. Yeah. And so that was the surge down the hill with the zombie trolls into the mincer troop, flanked by the wraiths.
Well, yeah, it's down the hill, isn't it? Nice.
Yeah, that's going to hurt.
Crush 3 vicious. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
mean,
mean,
looks like he only picked up 2 wounds with the heal roll, bringing him down to 5. But they'll life leech one back. Yeah.
I mean, I think Luis is still in the prime position here. He's he's lost his 2 Alpha Strike big units, but he's still in a very strong position. He's pushing forward. He's over halfway with large amount of unit strength, and he's his 2 flyers are still there.
Right, and it's going to be tough for Kyle to punch through on the left here.
Yeah,
because now kind of everything's involved in combat, so there's going to be fewer targets for his catapults.
Okay, here we go.
Moving on to combat, looks like this is going to be Lycanus on the rabble, all the way over on the right side. Only 1 wound?
2.
Yeah, it's enough. They stick out though.
Okay.
That's dead.
Yeah, they already had 10 wounds on them.
Yeah, that's why he moved the dragon away. Wasn't interested.
Sure. Now Lycanus with 2 wounds.
1 wound. If he remembers the life leech.
If he remembers the life leech, right down to 1. And just walk forward. Yeah, basically just get in the way of that.
He's remembered.
Yeah, he's remembered.
There it is. I always do that like right after I roll damage, before I roll nerve, to make sure I don't forget.
Yeah.
So it's going to eventually, over the next...
Actually, now I think about it, I don't know if I've ever played a unit with life leech.
Really?
8 hits from the dragon in the flank of the rabble on the right.
Oh no, that's nonsense. Of course I have. I've played Revenant Cavalry spam.
Yeah, I'll say you must have played life leech at some point.
4 wounds puts him at 7, but a 7 is all he needs to pick up the other rabble over there. So that's 2 units of rabble gone from the far right, leaving Kyle with a king and a rabble regiment on the right.
Yeah, far right rabble gone.
Yeah.
Okay, and there's no way that rabble can do a rear charge.
No, the dragon
Because
is
they
out.
can't see.
Out of arc. Yeah, it's fine.
And I guess walk forward with the dragon just to give it options on flanks or rears on some of these mincers further across the table next turn.
Yeah.
It's not looking good. So, Matt,
I think it's
good
looking
night.
great.
Or good morning. Go to work. Earn some Australian dollars. Have a nice day.
All right, what's happened? What have I missed?
The end of the game.
Everything's dead.
Luis picked up the two of the three Rapple regiments over there on the right.
Ooh, not unexpected.
Yeah.
Steve, the dead. Steve, the dead. Everything's dead, Steve. Everything's dead.
Wow.
Now the
Very
rates
Rapple.
in the flank of the Mincer mob only doing 5 wounds. On 24 attacks.
That's not good.
Our rates kind of suck.
Yeah, but in the flank, I mean, it's 24 attacks and on 12s. They should hit 12 times. They got Crush and 1. A Mincer mob should only be defense 3 in the side.
12 plus or minus 2. FYI.
Yeah. But then there's 12 hits on 18 dice from the
and they're out of there.
There you go.
And definitely,
I think he's
roll 11
going to pick up the trolls and roll forward the wraiths.
Yeah,
that's my anticipation. At least he should.
Or probably just pivot them, and I think that should be enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think you're right. I think you want to get the wraiths in front of the Mincer regiment, but it looks like he might just be pivoting them.
What is he doing?
He doesn't want to be flanked by. He doesn't want to double. Even rabble, if you've got 2 units of rabble in a flank.
Yeah, but one of them would be hindered because it's starting in the pond. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's still 2 of them.
They do already have 5 wounds on them. So.
And they have 5 wounds on them.
Yeah.
Right. So.
Well, 4, but.
Sure, it'll be 4 when he remembers.
Whoa. So sacrificing his trolls.
Yeah, I don't know.
But that's Lewis's style, right? Sacrifice gameplay. It's very much what he does.
Yeah.
It is a unit strength based scenario, but the bonus points are in number of units, not unit strength that you get across the table. So I guess if you're protecting a scoring unit for another scoring unit.
Thing is, why would he charge them in the front instead of the other ones in the flank?
Which them?
Why would he charge those zombie trolls in the front when he can charge the other zombie trolls in the flank?
Right.
If he's not done a combat yet for the zombie trolls versus
no.
But those zombie trolls don't have a lot of options if they kill that Mincer troop, then they're going to get flanked, or he has no good options for the reform for that zombie troll unit. He could, even if he overruns, he's going to get double flanked. One of which is by a Mincer regiment with sharpness.
So he's done 1 wound to the other Mincer troop with a. Oh no, was that zombies? Oh, that was the zombies. Never mind.
So he's done 5 damage with his trolls. 5.
Mm-hmm.
Which is.
Yeah, it's about right.
I'm sure it's about right, but it's not enough. That's what I mean. Dash 14, right?
Yeah.
Viz for zombies.
Vicious.
Yeah. Forgot that the zombies were vicious.
Yeah. Worth the points, right? What does serrucho mean, by the way?
Serrucho is a saw, a hand saw.
Ooh.
Okay. And at dash 14, with only roll of 4, that's going to put that at 9.
I guess it's also play on words with a common shortening of the name Luis is Lucho, so Serra Lucho.
Works for me.
Maybe.
Anyway, so that zombie unit's dead.
About it.
Like dead AF.
Yep. And this is going to be wraiths in the middle of the board against the Mincer troop. 8 hits on 12 dice is pretty good, but it's going to need 5s to wound. 4 wounds. They did almost as well as the zombie trolls did.
That's impressive.
I mean, the zombie trolls are supposed to be one of the can openers in this list. But people do say that zombie trolls are one of the worst units in the list for undead. They're still bloody good, but they're one of the worst units in the list.
Yeah.
Juancho says that it's just a play on his surname, Serra.
Yeah, that's
his surname is Serra, so hence
okay. Okay. And now here's the Revenant King on Worm. On the other Mincer troop. Over on the right. Just manages a few wounds, 3 wounds, and a nerve roll of 4.
Yeah, not big enough.
So that
he's got another dragon. He should be fine.
Yeah, he's got another dragon coming.
But he still wins that fight, I think.
Oh, ultimately, yes.
I think so.
I just think from a very, very difficult position, Kyle's played a very cunning game to make this look quite hairy for the undead next turn. If I looked at the turn before, I'd be like that. Well, good luck, mate. You're out. Looking at it now, I'm thinking, this is going to be incredibly close.
No.
Yep.
I'm not saying it, Steve. I think that just from where they're physically positioned, that the undead are going to take it.
Well, so think about what's going to happen, right? So you've got your Lycanis is going to take a couple of turns to chew through that rabble regiment on the right.
Oh yeah,
right?
That's one point, but
and there's a king over there as well. So actually, the Lycanis is I'm not sure. He's got that dragon in the middle dragon with 3 wounds. He's potentially going to lose out to that fight. Okay, we've got another dragon there, but almost that's irrelevant because on the left-hand side, you've got that Mincer regiment with shamans. Which is he going to choose to take it into? He's got 3 choices.
He's going to do a flank charge straight into the trolls. To kill the trolls off. Then reform.
Does he need to do that? He could go into the other trolls, which is a more likely kill because they've already got 4 wounds. And then he's only got wraiths to face.
Does he fit?
Yeah, he would do.
I think he would just fit.
So. Yeah, the others are just
there's enough. There's enough just about to fit.
It's a much better kill, right? And then he's got.
Well, that's not going to fit.
A grind out. That definitely doesn't fit.
That definitely doesn't fit. That's not going to happen.
So I think potentially that Kyle could grind this out. All of his units are fearless, just the same as the undead ones.
I mean,
much closer than you think.
He's going to have a dragon in his backfield next turn.
That's the problem.
And
no, the problem is going to have 2 dragons in the backfield in turn 6.
In 2 turns, yeah. And a Lycanis, because frankly, from where I am now, if I would just get out of there, if he can, which he might not be able to, because the king is mighty and he's kind of in the way.
I wonder if the Lycanis can see any of the war engines and where he is.
He can, but why would
you? I think he's too far. He's too far away.
There's no point chasing him down now. Everything's in combat.
Oh no, but it gets you in. It's just for the positional gain.
Oh yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Mike, how far is the Lycanis away from the war engine?
Because when you're charging, you don't have to stay an inch away. Oh, if he moves that, then that makes everything much simpler. No, he's too far.
Yeah.
Oh, if he's doing that.
Oh, he's going to ground that dragon. Okay.
Sure, because then it'll have to trip over the wall when it goes in next turn. On whatever it's hitting. And it does only hit on 4s, so it getting hindered it's kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you're going to get triple attacks from hitting the back of that unit, 30 on 4, still 15 hits.
Is it a rear?
10 hits.
It's a flank, right?
It's a flank.
A flank.
A flank, and it would be on 5s if it's hindered.
And I'm not sure about. Can he get past that Mincer thing? Can he get past the Mincer thing and still hit the corner?
I don't know.
Because if he pivots past, he might end up hitting the rear, which he can't. Oh no! Look, he has to pivot downwards to get past the house anyway.
Oh yeah, good point.
Yeah,
so he can't charge the troop with the raids.
Yeah,
so grounding it is a good idea.
There you go. That's what I said he should do. I'm an excellent player of Kings of War.
So it looks like over here, Kyle is sending the Mincer Mob regiment into the zombie troll horde.
Well, that's a Steve. That's a Steve.
That's tight.
Yeah.
But considering if he doesn't rout them, he's going to get flanked by a troll horde. That's not something you want.
It's going to be absolutely fucked by a troll.
But he's going to rout them because they've got 4 wounds on already, and it's sharpness.
And it looks like he might be taking a charge against that Necromancer, which I think is a good idea.
Yeah.
Because people
it's still the wrong Necromancer, right?
It's still the wrong Necromancer. Yeah, no, you still want the one that has heal and surge and the aura. Yeah.
This is where Carl wins the game. With the strange enough, the regiments. He gets them moving forward.
It's what they're there for.
If he picks up enough of Luis's unit strength and then just walks below this hill and then
forward,
stays,
right?
Yeah,
exactly. Gets those regiments moving south. Then he's got quite a reasonable.
I know what he's doing. Yeah, this is. So he's moving that to prevent the slide, so that if he does kill the Necromancer, he'll overrun into the flank.
Straight to the slide. Nice.
This is clever.
Yep. Yeah. So places the wing at first, then moves the rabble in. They can move straight in. And that's a Necromancer with 2 wounds on him already, so he only needs to put a couple more on him to put him in danger.
It's a rabble regiment, though, so it's 12 attacks on 5.
Carl knows what he's doing.
Yep.
12 attacks on 5s and 4s. He's going to get 4 hits on average, plus or minus.
He's going to do 2 wounds. Necromancer's 10-12. He'll need an 8 twice, probably.
That's very, very like that.
It's better than
Page Neo is shaking. Page Neo is shaking his head, going, "This is like that, right?" He's I've just turned on Siri. How exciting!
Turned on Siri.
Apparently, I said H nearest shake. According to that,
we've seen Barbara said, "Steve, you beat John. Who beat Tom? Who beat Tom?" And so on and so forth. So you're the best.
I didn't beat John. John beat me.
No, yes, I did beat you.
He kicked my ass. He, wiped the floor with me because I can't measure to save my life.
No, you can measure. You just measure the wrong
All on
thing.
a speed 7, right? Right? They're what?
No, you didn't ask for that. You didn't ask for that. I'll just stress you didn't ask me how fast they can move.
So here in top of turn 4, is Kyle going to have anything to shoot his catapults at? I think everything's in combat or like behind a hill.
That Necromancer on the hill. That little Necromancer on the hill he can see, right?
Yeah.
What, the one behind the trolls?
The one behind the trolls, yeah. Because they're not half on the hill, so they don't add their height.
Yep.
They don't add the hill's height to their own.
That's screenshot.
It's the only thing. He needs 6s, but you got 6 shots, and
he's been getting 2 6s a turn all game. So
he has, So might as well.
Well, also, as a that's there. Hello. Here we go.
I'm excited.
And here comes the shooting. So
on to what?
I guess if he spots it, then at least he'll get elite to shoot at the Necromancer. Yep.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, he's got it.
Yep. So
I shouldn't feel bad for Luis, but I kind of feel bad for Luis right now. He's an undead player. He deserves this. So
I think it's okay to feel that way about both of these. It's like, well, he's a goblin player, so he deserves this. Well, he's an undead player.
But he's an undead player who runs zombie trolls.
So you got to give him kudos for that, right?
Ooh, and there's 2 6s to hit the Necromancer.
Shut up.
5 hits.
So this is gonna probably be 5 wounds.
Just 3.
3 wounds. It's enough.
It is enough.
A waiver would be.
Imagine this.
Right?
Just think about what's actually just happened. 3 catapults have just unleashed giant rocks, and the Necromancer's like, "Are you kidding me?" As these rocks come clambering down around him.
Really?
Is he going to do a Gothmog though?
I don't even know what that means. Is that a Warhammer joke?
No, it's a lot of the ring. It's from the Return of the King.
Right. Yeah.
Gothmog is the King Cork.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, got you.
Yeah, sidestep it at the last minute. Yeah, I don't know if there's really any other shooting he has left. One of his kings is in combat. The other one I don't think has anything to shoot at.
So you
It's
rolled
probably
That's a waiver, if that's what that
no, that's
is.
something else.
No, he's casting
Is that a
something on his.
Bane-Chan?
Yeah, it's whatever his wizard there with 3 spells has.
4. Oh, here we go. Nerve. Here we go. Excitement.
Yeah, he does have Bane Chance, so that's probably that. That's an
Ooh,
8. That
it's a
will
waiver.
waiver.
11.
That will waiver it.
Ooh,
That
no,
shuts down heal.
that's a 12, isn't it? Because of shattering.
Are they shattering? I don't think they're shattering.
Are they not? I
No.
thought all.
No, just the missile
Oh
bars.
no, they're not. Okay.
No,
But that's a
they're
waiver, so that's big because that shuts down heal next turn. But it doesn't shut down the aura.
It doesn't
but
shut down the aura, no.
It does shut down his heal.
But the aura's no good if you're not alive to use it.
True.
Marte Matheson says, given the dragon gets grounded by the king, is there any way for that dragon to do anything but countercharge the king? Well, yeah, it can charge the Mincer troop.
Yeah,
Okay.
hinder in front of it. So these are
Yeah.
the rabble beating up the necromancer. 6 and 6 will be 12. Right?
Sorry, I
4 and
wasn't
6 is
actually
10.
4 and 6. Sorry, it's a 10, so that's a waiver. So both necromancers are wavered.
I'd take it.
Oh, right. The dragon might not be able to because it's stuck on the corner of the building.
I think he can rotate past that.
Oh no, he can't because he'll be stuck to the king.
The king is yielding. Oh no, he's not yielding.
The king is not.
But if he's
and it does,
if he's
and even if, it
disordered,
doesn't matter because if he's disordered,
Yeah.
yielding
Yeah,
is
but you
irrelevant.
still move 1 inch away, don't you?
But no, you move 1 inch straight away,
right,
away
and
from
he can't
him,
because
and that just bumps into the
Can't,
house.
comes
that
house.
hits the building.
Ah, yeah.
How is he
So-
literally against the house, Mike? Can you zoom in on the?
He's
have a
not.
look?
He's not against the house, but he's awfully close. Like he definitely can't disengage a whole inch.
He can disengage a bit.
He doesn't need to disengage a whole inch.
So meanwhile, the Mincer
Okay.
regiment with sharpness got 22 hits and rolled a 7 followed by an 11 for nerve on those zombie trolls. So they are gone.
Where are they?
That was
I
that was a unit with sharpness and Bane Chant. Good grief.
I just think I kind of feel it's coming up Kyle right now.
It is coming all very much. It's all very much coming up, Kyle.
Well, I mean, he's still
There's
got one of his hammer units, right? That Mincer Mob regiment, and Luis did lose both of his kind of fast hammery regiments early on, all the way over
Losing
to
that Soul Reaver cavalry was devastating to his battle plan, right?
yeah, them and the werewolves both, because now he's just got kind of slow anvil-y or troll kind of units. Yeah. You don't often see undead get ground out by another army. They're usually really good in the grind. But a sharp Mincer Mob regiment with Bane
Nasty.
Chant will chew through pretty much anything.
I saw earlier in the chat that Kyle can run this army, but only because he uses plastic dinosaurs, which is completely cheating. No offense, Kyle. I love you, but what's happening now? So 724. Oh, this is on
So
the
Yeah, so that's 3 wounds from the rabble in the flank of the other zombie trolls, and now that's a 5 for the D6 roll for the Mincer Mob troop. The front, so that's gonna be 19 attacks, but only 8 hits, I think. They hit on 4s, right? The Mincers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Only 2 damage, right?
only 2 damage.
That's survivable.
That's easily
Which
survivable.
Which means there's a delicious flank.
No,
Yeah.
because he
Oh
can't
no, he
disengage.
can't because he's engaged on both sides. Never
On 2
mind.
sides. Yep.
But those lovely, but they can flank them into the what they called.
The wraiths can flank that Mincer troop.
They can't see that Mincer troop.
Yeah, no. What height are
No.
Mincers? 3.
If they're not 4, you can't see them over the zombie trolls.
The 3.
They're 3. Then never mind.
Yeah, can't see them.
So he can't see that Mincer troop to flank it, which is a terrible shame.
And it looks like the
I know how they
Mincer
could. If the zombie
troop in the
trolls,
middle.
sorry,
Go ahead.
if
Can't.
the zombie trolls countercharge the rabble, then the wraiths could see past him
yes.
to see the Mincer troop, and then he could fly over and
Yeah.
flank
Yes.
them.
And
Yes,
and
yes,
land on the
yes.
back corner, yeah. In the forest, but they're striders, so they don't care.
And that would be a very good opportunity for those zombie trolls to get out of arc of the regiment.
Exactly. There's a giant mosquito in my room, so I'm just going to kill it.
So the troop, the Mincer Mob troop over here fighting the dragon, managed to do some wounds to it. Got a 9 for the nerve roll, but that's not good enough. 7 and 9 because it's dash 19. And the king, attacking from the rear,
Did a wound.
Did enough. Did enough to put it on the ground.
I got it. Sorry.
Murderer.
And finally, the rabble horde all the way on the right against Lycanus.
Regiment.
Only bringing in... Sorry, regiment. Kyle wishes was a horde right now.
Exactly.
A lot of damage there. And a nerve roll of a 5 will not pick up Lycanus. So that combat continues.
So Luis is really kicking himself for overrunning that dragon.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, and getting that close to the house.
Bot 4. So let's see. Let's see what the undead response is. Frankly, he's looking a little bit on the slide. Yeah. He needs to put off something spectacular.
Yep. Those two, both kings shooting the werewolves and taking them off, and that MVP Mincer troop in the middle picking up the Soul Reavers. Really big turning point in this game.
I mean, that Mincer regiment in the middle is a giant problem.
Yeah, and he doesn't really have anything to deal with it. Like,
nope.
They'll chew through those wraiths easily enough.
Well, I don't think so. If the wraiths go into the front, strip the thunderous charge, they're then damaging them on 5s.
He's got Bane Chant behind him. He can Bane Chant him again.
Yeah, we're still.
And the thing is that on 4s and 5s, 12 attacks, there's a very good chance he'll do no wounds to the Mincer regiment.
Yeah. And
you can't surge, can he?
Okay,
so he can't surge him into the flank.
He can't surge. He can't cast any spells. He doesn't have Bane Chant anyway. He's got weakness, which might help turn that into a slap fight. But he can't cast it because both his necromancers are wavered this turn.
I'm really enjoying everyone having the relentless "Do you reform 1 inch away?" argument in the comments. I'm like, seriously, let's not.
No,
please.
You don't. Simple as that.
It's up to.
You have to finish. No, but you have to finish your final reform move 1 inch away. So you can disengage up to 1 inch, so long as your final reform ends 1 inch away.
Oh, but by reform, I thought you meant after combat.
No. We're talking about after disengaging. They're talking about disengaging.
And it looks like he's sending the wraiths into the front.
Yeah, he has nothing else to do.
Has to.
Yeah.
Well, he's moved his dragon, he sidestepped it.
Yep.
Yeah. He's clearly accepted that he couldn't pivot.
Yeah.
Right. So he's just stuck, right? But he didn't count. Why didn't he just countercharge the king? I guess he wants to be facing this way.
Because he's not guaranteed to kill it.
And he wants to go rescue the other one because at least together they're 2 unit strength. And by their powers combined, they might kill a Mincer troop in a round.
So he's put 1 necromancer. Oh no,
he's put the one with the aura down there so that he can make sure that the zombie trolls.
He's changed his mind where he's doing.
Or at least that's what he should do. But he's got him there now, and if he leaves that necromancer there on the hill, then both the zombies all the way on the left fighting the rabble and the zombie trolls both get vicious. But if he's on the hill, then the catapults can see him. So he really just needs to step down off the hill.
Okay, so that
get off the hill!
Right. Take cover!
Get off the hill! Oh, he done it. Fair enough.
But it's much more obvious. Go, I'm here. Please shoot me.
I think he may have moved a little too far, and he's no longer giving vicious to his zombies. Though.
Yeah, he is. They're touching the line.
Touching the line. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. There's no green.
Yeah, he could have easily left it a little further back so it was clearer, but that's just me being picky.
Yeah, they'll have talked about this.
I'll just get a drink. Back in a second.
So the other necromancer can't get out, so he just left it in front of the rabble to stop them pivoting, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, you could disengage and try to step to the side, like do the moonwalk. Do the individual moonwalk to try to get out of in front of them, but I don't know that you can.
And the pelvic thrust.
Yeah. You can only go 2.5 though, can't he? Because he moves 5, so he's really can't move anywhere.
Yeah, no.
And the winged can still see him, so
right.
He's buggered.
Ooh.
Oh! Hello.
Maybe rethinking what he's doing with that dragon over there. Yeah, that's the thing about all these undead units that Luis brought on the left is they're all really good as long as they have some support units behind them, casting spells, either surging or healing them. So yeah, I think Kyle's done a very clever thing by going after both of those necromancers. I know when I play, and I play kind of similar formation to this, is like a necromancer with heal and with the aura, with like zombie trolls and zombies and a gore blight all around him. They basically just shield the necromancer to keep him alive, because as long as he's alive, their output is so much better, and it synergizes so well. And most people just ignore him and don't try to go after him because they're like, oh, he's not that important. But like, I would sacrifice other units to keep him alive.
One of the few moves I got on Luis was when I played him I managed to lightning bolt off one necromancer on turn 1, and then I managed to do a corkscrew charge onto the other one to stop him casting. So I think if there's a fault in his gameplay, it's not protecting his casters, definitely.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing that here. But I mean, also I've 3 catapults hitting on 6s. I don't think I would have taken that bad. I think I would have walked him down off the hill last turn.
Right.
Somehow, because when there's literally nothing else to shoot at, like that's the. They're going to be coming at you. He's got 6. He'll probably hit at least once, and your nerve is really low.
They are pretty fragile, even defensible.
Yep.
Yeah. So what's the play? I mean, this is kind of now. I mean, it doesn't really matter what he does with their necromancer. I just kind of wanted to roll the dice and play out, because there isn't a lot of clever movement or tricks or stuff to. There's no surge or anything like that to do now, right? At this point, it's just going to let's see who can roll better.
Yep.
Let's see who can roll.
See, you can break through in the middle here.
Exactly. So I've got another terrain question. So I had a display board, which was terrible. So I turned it into a compost bin. That's another story. This is all I've saved from it. So there is another bit of terrain that's another one of these walls sits on here. Do I turn this into a piece of terrain? Get rid of those. Do you think that's because I think that's kind of like almost like a forest for an underground board, but people can't.
Yeah, it's a little hard because putting units on it would be tricky. If you got some of the stairs that you can give people to put under the other side of the unit so they can sit level on top of the walls, and just included that when you put it on the table, something like that might help. Yeah, and just leave those loose on it so people can put them where they need them when they move their unit into it.
Underground stairs, cool. Underground forest. I mean,
cool. Totally. Or it doesn't even have to be underground. If you're doing a table that's like an undead themed table that has ruins and graveyards and stuff like that, like having actual trees, you might not want.
I got a whole abandoned dwarven mine table with like giant columns and stuff. That's really cool.
Yeah, go for it then.
Not that I'm running a tournament.
Looks like he's moved on to combat, and this is going to be the dragon against the mincer troop over there on the right again.
Ooh, look at that! 2 hits off of 10 dice.
Very swingy.
Hitting on 4s. UB dice. Where's the hashtag?
It's coming. I gotta find it. Hold on.
It's just confirmation. It's just confirmation bias.
Yeah,
it's just confirmation bias.
Most powerful force in the universe is confirmation bias.
Right.
So
that sucks. That is a terrible roll.
Yep.
This is
so he's definitely going to need the help with that other dragon next turn. So this is going to be
11. So that's not dead.
Yep, it's coming up pool.
I think it might. I think at the moment Luis is winning because he has more unit strength on Kyle's side of the table than Kyle has, but I think Kyle will probably break through.
18 on 2 wounds, so he needs to roll a -14, so 7.
twice.
7 twice, isn't it?
There's
Once,
a 7 and a 7 twice.
Twice!
All
That's what
right.
he needed. Now, what can he do? Can he overrun?
I would overrun.
I would definitely overrun.
Yeah.
Although that mincer troop could then corkscrew them into the flank.
Yeah.
If he overrun too far.
Yeah, the mincer troop in the middle.
How far will the 6 get him?
Well, he can't go any further than the character. Right.
He can't go any further than the character, so I think he might be okay.
I think I'm so sorry about yawning all the time. Yeah, I think so too.
Think so. Do you have to still stop an inch away on the overrun?
About cricket anymore.
No, you can stop flush.
You can
or
stop
like
flush.
0.1 of it.
I keep seeing people do that, and is that new this edition? Is that a new thing people have just realized?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Because I thought you were supposed to stop an inch away on an overrun, unless you were overrunning into combat, like you
You're
killed an
stuck in the
individual.
last edition, old man.
Bummer. I should read more carefully.
Reading? What?
Reading? Who reads the rules? Am I right?
Cy, we have a confirmation bias on the 4-foot snake. We had it years ago.
And so now I can't do it because it would be derivative.
Yes. Big hi to Matt Croger listening on his way to work. Not even watching, he's just listening to this nonsense.
Like the whole...
and there's a 4-inch...
Like streaming live games is not copying at all, really, at all.
That does become a rear charge from the rabble.
It does.
Yeah.
Which could be funny.
The rabble, and I don't know if he's going to be able to do it.
I think he can flank with the mincer as well. Those square bases are nasty.
So moving on to the wraiths.
No, I don't think he can.
Wraiths managed to do 2 wounds to the mincer regiment.
Whoop-de-doo, right?
Good for them. And now hot zombie on rabble action all the way over here on the far left.
Sexy zombie on rabble action. I've got that DVD.
So that puts them up to 8 wounds and a 7 will.
No, it doesn't. It puts them up to 3 wounds and the zombies down to 8 wounds.
Oh, you're right. I'm on the wrong side of the table. But a 7 will not pick them up because that's only a 10.
Yeah.
Okay. That's right. It's the undead turn, not the goblin turn.
So this this turn should see a lot of undead units feeling quite a lot of pain, I've got to say. So we can see, I think on the left, the zombies will disappear.
And the zombies are getting pretty close. I mean, they're dash 15. If he does 2 more wounds, he'll just need a 5. And those necromancers are kind of far away. That one I don't think has inspiring. The inspiring one is all the way up on the hill, so the zombies aren't inspired. We should pick them up, and then those rabble should walk across the score.
Yep.
Right.
And that's quite a lot of unit strength now. So the rabble, that's 2 rabble regiments. Are they 2 unit strength each?
I think so. Let me check. They are 2 unit strength each, yep.
Right, so that's 4 unit strength already. The other rabble can recharge those zombies. We don't know whether that troop can get in. The mincer regiment, I'm not sure it'll take off the race in 1 turn, but in 2 it should.
We'll see if he gets the Bane Chant or not.
I just can't see how Lewis can pull this back. Unless those wraiths can grind it out and actually last the course. They still turn 5, so it's possible. 2 wraith regiments.
Possible.
2 wraith regiments and 2 dragons is more unit strength. Yeah, he's testing it. You were right, Sam. You were right.
They are dash 16, the wraith regiments with defense 6, so they're pretty hard to kill, but neither of them is inspired right now, I don't think. Oh, no, the one fighting the mincers is inspired.
Is that the Nathan Lyon fumble right there?
Yes.
Don't know what that means.
You don't want to know. You're going to start yawning again.
Is it cricket again?
No.
That's right then. I like all other sports. I had 6 hours of meetings today. These headphones are very sore. Quite sore on my ears. These are my work issued standard headphones for like meetings and stuff. Oh, I need to
get some better headphones.
Ooh, I could do, but that would involve me making an effort.
Yeah.
These headphones don't have the foam pad on the left headphone. It's not actually super comfortable.
That's just wrong. That's just evil.
But you do have lustrous hair with which to shield your ears.
I
so
do.
There is that.
It does have gorgeous.
It really, really needs to go.
Although we can only see half your face, you're so slouched now. You've slipped into the banner at the bottom of the screen. There he is. There he is. The world's finest nearly a beard. There it is. It's oh, he slipped out again.
What?
Right, well,
Hold on.
hang on, what are we doing? Sorry, is there a game happening?
Why are the werewolves back?
What happened now? Hello.
Oh, they loaded a saved game.
Oh no! That's a fatal mistake. What have you done that for?
Oops.
You've loaded so many units.
I think they meant to save the game just in case and may have loaded it by accident.
Yeah.
I was like, why is there what? There's so many units. Oh no.
Luis is suddenly looking so much better.
Everything's looking really good. Classic. Absolutely classic. What a bunch of noobs. Unbelievable.
Now they're moving the terrain around. Come on now.
Because they've got double terrain.
Yeah. They need to
At least it all landed right on top.
Yeah, exactly. The train you have to worry about.
Double stacked.
Classic.
Okay. Fixed.
Classic pool error. He's going to have missed at least 3 units. He'll be moving those units and they're going to be up more than underneath.
Yes, Mike. Yes, Mike, and Felix.
All right, what's happening now? So, Wing It has.
Oh come on! It was funny when everything joined with double units. That's fun.
All right, so the Wing It slides forward. Still in scoring position, turning around. Probably going to bomb that Necromancer, I guess.
I reckon he's going to bomb the Necromancer. Why not?
That's what I do.
That's what I do.
Oh, still have 2 mages. 2 wizards stacked on top of each other.
Yeah, this is going to... Oh, God, horrible.
With a trench coat.
Right.
There's just 2 very, very small Necromancers. Like, oh, shit, shut up!
If we're quiet, nobody will notice.
That's interesting. He slid the whiz away from the Mincer regiment as he could try to bane chant the troop that's fighting the other wraiths instead.
Okay.
Or is he just getting them out of in front of the zombie trolls just in case the zombie trolls are still there next turn?
But he's not out of charge range.
But he's not. Yeah, exactly. So he would have made more sense to go the other way. Unless he's...
What is he doing with that unit?
Kyle, what are you up to?
Oh, he's going to... He's going to...
Sneaky goblin tactics.
Eye in the sky onto the wraiths? Yeah. He's going to try and war engine the wraiths off. That is a... Wow, that is a proper, baller move. That is... I'm relying on
this is not enough of a game. It's just... Everything's going too well. I just need to make it interesting.
So he's moved the whiz over so that he can lightning bolt them as well. I guess. I guess
he's going to eye in the sky the lightning bolt, and then he's going to rely on his 3 war engines hitting on 5s. One of them hitting potentially on 6s to take off a unit of wraiths that is -16. I mean,
not hitting on 6s. They ignore cover, so the Mincers being there.
All right, fair enough. Hitting on 5s. Then.
Stupid war machines.
Stupid war machines.
Why didn't they get fixed in the errata? That's what I wanted. Why'd they have to nerf Morgoth? Come on.
I think because people have stopped taking war engine spam because everyone calls them a dick when they do. And there's only a couple of people who can really tolerate being called a dick to their face that many times. Don't know. And also because like 4/6 of the rules committee live in the UK where it's not a problem. So it's not a problem for the rest of you as well.
Right. Ronnie did make a point of saying at the U.S. Masters that they were going to do something about it, though. He may have just been playing to the audience. You never know. Sneaky guy.
If it's a problem in the US, that suggests it's a problem in the US, not it's a problem with Americans, not a problem with the war engines.
So that's three hits from the catapults on the wraiths. That's going to turn into 2, 4, like 8 hits after blast, I think. And
3.
Needing 3s. That's 5 wounds.
Not
It's
enough.
probably not enough.
Yeah,
Dash 16.
Enough. He's lost his surge. He's got no surge. Has he got surge on those dragons?
No. I think you have to buy it.
No, but he that necromancer isn't still wavered. But I guess he's just going to get bombed off, right?
He's going to get firebombed, yeah.
Or not.
So we'll see.
No.
Or maybe he won't.
Because it's
three dice needing a 6. Well, there's a 6. So
there's a 6 and there's a 3.
Yep. So that'll be 3.
1 wound.
Be, just 1 wound though, yeah, because it is only piercing 1. It still puts him at 4, and he is 10-12. So that will be kind of big. And now, is he going to do Bane Chant the Rabble? I think he's Bane Chanting the Rabble in the rear of the remaining zombie troll horde.
Yeah, boss move.
Ballsy, I'd say.
I mean, that's what? How many attacks? So 12, 24, 36 attacks on 5.
6 damage on average.
Puts them at 10. They're dash 17. They're not inspired.
Take it. What's that? That's the nerve on the necromancer?
That's a nerve check on the necromancer, and that would hit
11?
No, that's a waiver.
That's a waiver.
That's a waiver.
Ugh.
Why did you roll it twice? The 6 was a waiver the first time.
So Cybrand's asked, if the Wraith survive, can they recharge the other Mincer troop? Yes.
Yes.
So.
That'll be a yes. Yeah, they can see him 3, 6, 9. Yeah, easily.
Or they could just, if that necromancer is wavered, so he can't do that now. Yeah. So yeah, that would be the sensible thing to do.
All right, on to combat. So shooting turns up another wavered necromancer. That's the one with heal, and just 5 wounds on some wraiths.
There we go.
Starting rabble against the zombies way over there on the side.
That's a roll.
8 hits on 12 dice on 5s. Good grief.
Goodbye now.
Where's the hashtag?
That will definitely pick them up. Which hashtag are you looking for? UB dice?
No,
it's just confirmation bias, Mike. It's just confirmation bias.
It's just confirmation bias. That's all.
Yeah. It's not real. Interesting.
Is it annoying anybody else that Wraith on Mincer Regiment combat is not centered? Just, I mean, how hard is it to center your unit? Make it in the middle. Center it on.
Yep, good point. And so here Kyle is checking to see if rabble are already scoring, and they are not. So
move forward. Yeah, march forward.
Walk forward instead. Yep.
Yeah,
that's the right thing to do.
Only there was a 24-inch ruler that you could have brought up instead of 212. So
yes, there is.
Of course, there is.
But
he's just in the
frenzy. Go past the first screen on the menu.
He's a simple one. He's only got half a haircut. That's why he can only do half.
Here we go.
The time.
Rabble beating up the remaining necromancer on the hill. Not remaining necromancer. The unwavered necromancer on the hill.
Still alive.
Still alive.
6, 7.
Only a 3 is probably not even going to waver him.
Oh wait, he can't cast though, can he? So that's him.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter with the casters with wavered or not. They're just useless. And here we go. 36, 17 hits. 11
wounds. That's pretty good.
That's tasty.
15,
and 6 will make it 17.
Once you're gone. That's it.
Yep.
Oof.
That is a big deal.
Oof.
That is a very big deal. And now, yeah, he can easily turn around and face that direction. He doesn't have to worry about those wraiths getting surged into him if he turns away from the wraiths in the middle, because the surge is all shut down. Yep. That's another big swing, I feel like, in Kyle's direction. Only 1 on the D6 for the Mincer Regiment. And we'll see what they can do against this Wraith troop in front of them. Only having crushing 1.
Yep.
They'll need 5s to wound.
22.
15 hits.
15.
Oh no, you're right. It's 18 because they have sharpness. Just 5 wounds, looks like.
Ouch. Let's see. Survivable, but they've got
And
so
snake
much.
eyes.
Way!
Hasn't happened yet.
I mean, it's irrelevant, but
yeah, he wasn't going to get them anyway. He was going to be like
at the end of the day, there's now 6 unit strength on that side of the board that can just walk over unopposed entirely. So is the baller move to turn the other race? Karen, sorry, he's got no surge left. God damn it. What's your name? Oh, this is Rabble on Lycanus.
Rabble on Lycanus all the way around the left. That's up to 6. And,
13.
Wavered?
Is that a waiver?
6 and 7?
It's 13, 15.
So it's a waiver.
Yep. Lycanus, one of the few units in the undead army that'll actually waver.
Over there on his own.
All by himself.
All by myself.
It's going to be the king beating up on that dragon with 5 wounds again, looks like. Oops. Where is he?
You kind of feel like it's, you can't see me there. He's under the wing. There he is.
Hiding under the wing.
Out.
Here I am. Haha. Yep.
You kind of feel like this shouldn't happen. No offense to Kyle, but with the armies, you've got this giant armies of zombie trolls and vampires, and just like goblins riding on giant wheels, spiky wheels. You kind of feel this kind of outcome shouldn't. You shouldn't have a single troop of wraiths surrounded by 3 rabble regiments all pointing their pointy sticks at them.
Well, the thing is, nothing particularly weird has happened with dice rolling either.
It's just very good play.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of what it feels like to play against.
Apart from the mincers into the Soul Reavers.
Yeah, that was
apart from the mincers in the Soul Reavers.
Yeah, and with elite undead lists, if you lose a single unit, it becomes very painful very quickly.
Yes, it does. Yeah. You really rely on those kind of mega hammer units that hit on 3s, and losing both of them in the first couple turns of the game really puts you in a tough position.
He took a lot of damage doing that bold move on the right-hand side with the werewolves, way more than I think he expected.
Yeah, the weird thing was, if his werewolves are slightly better positioned, I think he might have avoided that. But...
Yeah, but who could predict that? Where he needed to test it out a little bit more with fate units, right?
Yeah, I think he definitely wasn't expecting to be shot by both kings.
Yeah.
10 shots is a lot of shots.
10 shots is a lot of shots on 4s, yeah. And moving on to bottom of 5.
Right then, this is do or die, isn't it? Really, but Lewis, I don't think he's not got enough left.
No.
So let's start counting unit strength. So we've got 3.
He's got 7 total.
5, yeah, you've got 7 total.
And there's already 6.
And there's already 7 on the left.
Best he can do is draw at this point.
The wraiths are unit strength 3, so that's 3, 6, 7, 8, and I think Lycanus is 1 as well.
I thought they were 2.
Yeah,
that's my bad.
So he does have 9. Luis does still have 9.
And wraiths are very survivable.
They are, but one of them is staring down a mincer regiment.
That one's pretty much dead.
Anywhere. Yeah.
The other one, even if it rear charges the, I think Carl's thinking with moving over and shooting it. He's thinking I've got 2 rounds of shooting on these wraiths with piercing 3 war engines.
Yep. They can fly, but only 7. I don't know that they can get within 12 inches in 1 turn. But if they do, then they're not punching the mincer troop. They could just keep going and score then. 7 puts it there. I think if he goes straight forward, if he flies forward 7 inches, he can get within 12 of this catapult near the house, but the other 2 will probably still be able to shoot at him.
Yeah, but he can do that by just charging the rear of the troop.
Right.
Sure.
I hate when they just leave it and they pause. They're thinking, They're having either a good chat or he's gone to get a drink or gone for a wee or something. And we're like that. Come on, make a move. Make a move.
He's probably moving and holding it. And until you actually let go of the mouse, it doesn't actually update.
Right.
As we lie there in anticipation. I ran out of drink, and John's made me feel bad about drinking this ludicrously expensive alcohol.
All right, so you're...
Please never feel guilty about drinking XO. Hennessy XO.
You're Luis. You've got 2 turns left here.
I remember
what
going
do you do to salvage this?
I remember going to the to Cognac in France and into Hennessy's vaults and having a look at where his steep.
You're so fancy.
I know.
Oh, the places I've been. Oh, did I mention it when I went to Hennessy's vaults? Oh, did you?
I was
nice.
9. I
went to McDonald's. You went at 9? You were drinking Hennessy at 9? This explains so much about you.
Good parenting.
That's where your hair went. Jesus.
Yeah. You know, back in the 18th century when I was 9, yeah.
A minute ago, Mike asked a very good game-related question, which was, how would Lewis salvage this game?
Drinking.
I'd ask drinking. He's probably drinking into his beard right now, right? So one of the problems he's got is that dragon on the right-hand side couldn't do anything apart from what it's done now. So he's taken the hindered charge into the front of that mincer mob, which is...
Because he might as well.
He might as well.
That's
but
freaking annoying,
It's not going to be in a terrible place come turn 6 and hopefully 7.
Yeah, he needs a 7. He needs a 7 now.
He needs a 7 desperately.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I would just stick the wraiths into the rear and obviously double 1 because that's what's going to happen.
Oh, that'd be pretty tragic.
What's he done there? He's moved them 7, but left them within an inch. Oh, because they're still within an inch.
Yeah,
oh, no.
can't leave them there.
He's changed his mind.
But he does get 2 pivots. So.
I mean, he could go into that mincer troop, to be fair.
Into the front, you mean?
Yeah, he's not unlikely to do a significant... They're only a dash 14. They've got 5 damage on them, 12 attacks on 4s.
I would take them out. I would take those out.
6
yeah, but their defense 6 and wraiths are only crushing 1, so they moved on 5s.
Yeah,
a couple of wounds. It's not a 7. It's a 7 once, twice. There's that wizard inspiring.
7 twice. Right?
Is that wizard inspiring?
That wizard, I believe, is inspiring. I think so. Yeah, he is inspiring.
7 twice, 34% chance.
The mincer mob troop is only unit strength 1, and the wraiths are unit strength 3. So, for scenario play, it is better to preserve the wraiths, get them closer to where the
I do hope he remembers to move that necromancer, though.
Which one?
The one with 6 wounds.
Charge arc of the mincers.
No, the one who's in the charge arc of something.
Yeah, the one that's currently engaged.
He just needs to put it into a place where where Kyle has to choose which of the necromancers to shut down.
There's some deep thought going on here, isn't there?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure he's doing the math to be like, okay, what do I need to do to draw or maybe win this game still? Like Candace is worth 1, the dragons are worth 1 each, so that's 3. Sending the wraiths across like that gives them another 3. That gives them 6. But Kyle currently has what, 7 across the line?
Yeah, he's got 7 with the wing it. Well, he hasn't got them across the line yet, but they will be.
Yeah.
What's the mincer regiment? Is that 2 as well, or is that 3?
The regiment is 2.
Is 2.
Another 2.
The rebels 2. The troops are 1. The regiment is.
So if I was Carl and I was just planning to, I just want to win. The maximum unit strength that Luis can get across is 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, assuming Lycanis survives. I've got 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. I just need 1 more thing across, or to kill 1 more thing.
Yeah. Yeah. So if the regiment kills, if the mincer mob regiment kills the wraiths in front and walks across the line, that's kind of it.
2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Then he's got 9. So actually, what happens on the right hand side of the map entirely irrelevant to Carl right now. He just needs to win on the left and then trolley his way over.
Yeah.
Yep.
So at this point, it's not very much of a game. No
Well, thanks for watching, everyone.
No offense to this cast and everyone, but
and
kind of over now.
To close.
Watch the viewer numbers plummet as soon as Steve says, "Oh, it's not a game anymore."
Yeah, just going to spend some time reading the rulebook a little bit.
Out loud.
There's a path.
The handgun is one of the great array of arms devised and built by a special caste of Dwarven society, the Warsmiths. Interesting. Good stuff. Anyway,
it has been a really good game, though. At this point,
it's been
a lot of really good play going on both sides. Combats looks like Kyle is going. I'm sorry, it looks like Luis is going straight to the important one, seeing what he can do to the Mincer Mob Regiment.
3 wounds.
3 wounds.
Yeah, it was all like the undead are winning, the undead are winning, the undead are winning. Hang on a minute, no, they're not.
Shouldn't that have been 2 wounds because it's on 5?
They're crushing 1.
Yeah, 5s.
They're only crushing 1, so 5s, and he only rolled 1 6. It's a wound.
He rolled 2 because he rolled 2 5s, right? Oh, 12 hits. Sorry, 12.
That's the hits, yeah. That's the hit, yeah.
I'm stupid as all hell.
And so here's, I'm not sure if that was the hindered or unhindered dragon. That was one of the dragons.
A dragon?
2 hits. That was the hindered one.
Okay.
1 wound.
Yep, you're right. Just 1 wound.
And then 4 hits, and then 4 wounds.
4 wounds? Okay, that troop is in kind of rough shape there. 7?
7 and 6 is 13. Dash 14.
Oh,
sucks ass. Oh no, it's gone.
He hadn't put the wounds on it yet.
Right.
It was up to 6 before he did the 4 wounds or 3.
Wow, the dragons have actually killed something. Good job, guys. They're like that. Yeah, we did it, boy. They're like that. We look in really bad shape. It's turn 5. What the hell? We were only fighting rabble. I'm not being funny. What's gone on?
And the sad part is that he's got 2 kings over there, so he's got 1 to hit each dragon.
And take them both out.
Yeah. 2 dragons. Oh man.
I mean, they won't kill them, but they'll keep them from flying anywhere or doing anything else useful for the rest of the game.
Right. So realistically, what's within charge range of those dragons from there? Because can they charge those rabble? Can they flank charge rabble from there? 9, 12, 15.
He has to overrun. If he overruns.
Well, there you go. That's 1.
Yep. There's a big overrun there.
Mighty
very good place. 3, and he's out of charge range of that king as well.
It's an individual, so that doesn't matter.
No, but he's on foot, so he's only speed 5, right?
I mean, the other king, the other king can't reach.
6, 9, 10. Yeah, it looks like he's out. And just a 2
one?
from the other one. Yep. So that's easy. That the king behind the wall, will charge the closer dragon, and the one with the pendant standing right next to the other one will just punch him.
So
now they're checking to see which of them the catapults can still shoot at.
What's the range on what's the charge range on the lower dragon? Right.
You can now flank them.
They can just get the rabble.
He can't because they're going to move, so it's fine.
Yeah, they're going to walk forward and probably charge a necromancer.
Yeah,
that's what I do.
Yeah, still not a great spot.
Not really.
And I guess if enough of those catapults can shoot at one of those dragons, if they're not within 12, then he could just shoot both kings and 2 catapults at one of the dragons, and maybe pick one of those up instead of the wraiths. They're only defense 5 instead of 6, so it's a little easier.
So they're going
a little higher, but they've already got wounds. Top of 6, yeah.
Top of 6. The vice closes. It's a vice made of cabbages, but it's still quite, suffocating.
Cabbage vice.
A cabbage vice. It's like a medieval torture.
Yeah.
I think I had that magic card, right?
Cabbage vice. It's like an Iron Maiden, and you're like that. No, don't kill me with spikes. Like it's not spikes. It's like it's Nerf darts, but there's millions of them.
We've made coleslaw.
We made coleslaw.
Bring the comfy chair, not the comfy chair.
Dip me in the vat of coleslaw. No. No. Ugh. Ugh. It's all cold and clammy.
Big fan of coleslaw.
So it looks like maybe he has double charged with the kings against the dragon with 6 wounds.
Okay, is he going to shoot the other one?
I guess, but I think this dragon might be blocking line of sight for 2 of the catapults to the other one.
I think he should try and take out the Wraith. Wraith is way more unit strength. It's much more sensible to take that one out.
I think there might only be one
only
catapult
one of
that
them
can. Because the rest of them, the other 2 are within 12,
yeah.
and they're indirect.
Indirect.
That's weird. It's kind of a weird choice from Kyle. I wonder what he's planning. I'm assuming at this point he's got something clever in mind.
All right.
Just because he's been clever the whole game, right? Like
it's irritating, isn't it? Frankly, you know. John, you look like you've seen a ghost in the corner of your room. Are you okay?
No, I'm reading Facebook comments.
Oh no! Don't do that.
Is that your Facebook comment reading voice? I mean, I'm a flatter that. You're banned.
Banned. They're banned.
Hammer time.
So Kyle has charged one of the necromancers with rabble regiment, like we suspected. He's moving the wing it someplace. I don't know if he's planning on spotting one of the dragon.
He's gonna, for the one shot that he's got, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be doing the Kings of War community update right now, by the way. This is normally the time that I do it. That's not getting done.
Well, it's late tomorrow.
Whoa. That's serious. I'm sorry, but you need to put it out Friday morning. Otherwise, Vince
can't
got
drink,
go out
right?
in time. I can't drink until...
Well, we're going to have to wait, lads.
It's
Sorry.
serious. It's serious.
It's 11:15 p.m. right now. It's not happening.
Oh, shit. So it is.
How many things? Yeah, hurry up, Paul. Come on, finish him off.
We'll just post shit happened. Live with it.
Yeah, just post a link to this video and say, here you go, watch this. This is what happened this week.
Yeah, you should watch Dash 28. Oh, I'm going to put that on the list of things to put on. Dash 28 brackets talk about myself. Talk about me.
They're delightful videos featuring me. There you go. We can
featuring mainly me.
Mainly.
So he's moved up this mincer troop and left it so the other dragon is in its front, but he hasn't gotten it across the line yet.
That's interesting. Well, he doesn't need to, does he?
He doesn't need to. He's got 7 across at the moment.
Yeah.
So it's 7 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there's only and if those wraiths fighting the mincers get picked up, then that's all the unit strength.
And the Lycanis is gonna die.
And Lycanis might die, yeah.
Why didn't he disengage Lycanis and nimble backward turn him out of charge range? I don't understand why he didn't.
Doesn't get out. He tried and he didn't get out.
Yeah, the 4 inches, 4.5 inches, however far Lycanis is.
It's 4.5 inches, not 5.
Yeah, wouldn't quite get him out. So he went back in.
Did he disengage the full inch? Because you don't have to disengage an inch with a nimble character. He could literally just turn and move.
I don't know.
I'm going to
miss
ruler
that part.
Okay, hold on. Are we doing maths now?
No, you just need to get a unit and a ruler and measure whether a 40-inch character, 40 millimeter character,
40 millimeter,
can turn and move out of charge range of a normal regiment.
I would lose spacecraft.
Yeah.
All right, so here comes the
It would by 0.5
marker light on the
right?
wraiths from the wingets, and probably just the one catapult.
So I think the mistake he made was he probably disengaged it a whole inch, in which case it can't get out. But if he didn't bother disengage it, just turn and then move out, he could have done it.
Yeah, maybe.
It's going to be no hits on the wraiths, and then 1 hit on the dragon, although I'm not sure that he can really draw line of sight. But that'll be 3 wounds on it, which is pretty big because that puts it at 11. So now it's actually in danger. Still needs an 8, I think.
It's from this one by the house, isn't it? That can see just down the edge.
Yeah, because he moved that one back to maybe avoid getting a charge next turn. I'm not sure. So there's a couple of hits from the. That's the grenades from the wing it on the race. And a piercing one that'll do 1 wound. So they'll put them up to 6, but they're still
dash
really
16.
good. They're still dash 16, yeah. So still need a 10, and now they're close enough to the Revenant Kings, which I think are inspiring. Yeah, they are. That they're inspired now.
Here we go.
And the nerve checks on that dragon with
dash
11
19?
wounds. Dash 19 needs an 8.
Fine.
5, nothing there.
It's fine.
Looking for a big roll against these wraiths, and a 7 will not be enough.
Fine.
Nope.
So, Steve, you need to remember that you're on Trollcast.
Yeah, I've just written it down. Thank you, Bob. I was aware that I was on Trollcast.
It's all about.
I can't remember what game we were commentating on, but I was definitely there. Oh no, I was playing. Was I playing or was I on it? I was playing.
You were playing. I was commentating. Yeah,
that's right, and I won.
Did you?
Spoiler warning.
All right, Kyle's moving on to melee here. Top of turn 6.
Did I win?
This is going to be
Did I lose?
Rabble.
I might have lost.
Rabble against the Necromancer. I think. Only 3 hits.
Oh no, I won.
I
won.
I think that's 0 wounds on the Necromancer.
Really?
Yeah.
That's going to stuff up his plan to get that regiment across the line, isn't it? Because then they'll move across the line.
That's going to make it very difficult. But there's a roll of 5 for his D6 to see how many attacks the mincers get.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. It does have sharpness, so that's going to be 21 hits out of 26 dice. And he's going to be looking for 8 wounds, yeah.
Dead.
And a 10 will definitely pick them up.
Yeah, but
so that very much gums up his ability to get them across, but he doesn't necessarily need it because now he's got 7 unit strength across, which is
against
1
6
more than Luis actually has left.
It doesn't actually affect him all that much. Oh no, it's his turn 6. Never mind. But it doesn't matter.
So can that dragon on
one
with
bonus
11
point
damage?
that get.
Can it recharge? What can it charge? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. It can charge the wing it, and it can charge that mincer.
Well, the wing it is a point of unit strength, but he gets himself out of.
Yeah, he would lose a point by taking it.
But then he could just sidestep back into the half. He could sidestep back into the half of the board after he kills it.
I can never remember. Is it all the way in, or is it majority?
Majority.
You sure? I think invade might be all the way now.
No, it's majority. Push is all the way.
So that was 2 very quick combats on the that was both kings on the dragon here in the middle. Looks like they didn't do much of anything to it. And it looks like the rabble on the far right whiff on Lycanus.
Majority.
Oh, it is majority? Oh. Okay. And that will bring us to the bottom of turn 6.
So if he kills the wing it and then sidesteps back into his half of the board, he draws.
He gets a draw, yeah. But he's got to kill the wing it with only 10 attacks at non-4s.
Can that dragon with 10 damage, can it flank the mincer regiment from there? Or can it recharge the rabble?
I think it got punched by the 2.
It got punched by the kings.
The kings, yeah, they did at least 1 wound.
It's pinned.
Yeah. So it can't really go anywhere. I mean, once the wraiths walk forward,
he has to play for turn 7.
It can charge.
I mean, it stops him flying, but it still can move.
Yeah, he's just got to get the wraiths out of the way to charge the mincers, and then he can. But that doesn't put him over the line.
Yeah,
he would have to kill them and walk forward very, very probably further forward than he can actually go to get over the line.
So I think.
Right. No, I'm thinking the other direction. I got it backwards. Never mind. Yeah, he could do that for the points.
He has a caster who can surge.
Can't get within 12, though, can he?
He's got 2 casters.
He's got 2 casters who can surge.
Yeah, but only one shambling unit.
Okay, he could do that.
Which just charged.
One shambling unit is just charged miles out of range. So
to the point where he can't be shot. So that's not a bad move.
Right. That means he'll definitely get
Charge
those 3 unit strength.
Yeah, it's charge of lobber, isn't it? Just for points.
Yeah,
he's
just
got
for
to take
points,
that
just
11 damage dragon into that wing it,
But-
surely.
Yes,
And then he can heal from his necromancer then as well.
and he can heal from the necromancer.
Yeah, and then hopefully sidestep for far enough to get the point back. It's awfully risky.
At this point, it doesn't. At this point, there's no point in sidestepping because, I mean, there is. It's an extra bonus point, I guess, but you get him into a position where he's threatening something for turn 7. Maybe.
Is that dragon
true.
with 10 damage in range of the Mincer regiment?
I don't think so.
Well, it can't fly.
No.
Doesn't matter if it can fly or not. It can just move forwards.
Yeah, he just moves forwards, pivot once, and
pivots
gets in.
once.
But it's not within range.
But he's not within
No.
range. No.
Yeah, that's too far.
But he can charge the king, or whatever that wizard is from there.
Yes, he can.
He can just move forward and just charge into that individual and be in a really nasty position for turn 10. Turn 10? Turn 7.
10.
And turn 10, he might pull it around. I don't know.
But anyway, he could do,
He goes
or he
for
could
it,
just, or he could charge the Mincer troop in the flank. Either of those options is better than countercharging one of those kings.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
that rabble regiment on the right, how far can it get before it hits the edge of the table?
Not far enough.
Not far enough, yeah?
Nowhere near enough.
Nah, nowhere near
Yeah.
enough.
So I wonder which of those options he's going to take with that 10 damage. Here we go. He's going to go for the troop because it's unit strength. Or is he?
Oh,
I'm
is
excited.
he?
I'm trying to pretend I'm excited. I'm not that excited, but I'm a little bit excited.
I really like that charge.
He's
yeah.
gone for the kick. That's what I'd done. Go for the whiz.
Yeah.
Go for the whiz. Go for the whiz. Oh no.
Oh, he's not. He's going to go for the mincers.
So incredibly disappointed.
Because if he doesn't, and there is a turn 7, then the mincers can walk across, and that's another point that he'll get to make it even harder.
It's more sensible. And then the other one into the wing it.
Other one into the wing it if he does that. I mean, if he kills the wing it and sidesteps far enough, he might be able to turn it back into a draw on the bottom of turn 6 here, and then on a turn 7 be in a very good position to take away more unit strength.
It's a hitting on 4's unit with 10 attacks into a -10.
Right.
I don't feel strong about that. I've failed to kill. I've tried to kill so many.
Yeah, but
done it.
it's not like you've got something.
Hey!
It's not like you've got something better to do.
Yeah, he has to do
Right.
it. It's a banzai.
Yeah, the winged is 13-15, and I think it's currently not inspired by anything. It's not, but that's going to be a tall order for that king.
Yeah, 13-15. Oh, I'm thinking of a mint. What am I thinking of? What are those
blaster.
goblin things that blow up?
This
Blasters
is
at
The
-10.
blasters. Yeah.
This is your 9 down. You need about 80 odd,
And he's
with
checking the
tail end,
sidestep. Yep.
And
And
you
you would,
just start hitting 6s.
You start hitting 6s. You start just belting the shot down. Whoa.
And I think he did just check his sidestep to see if he
And
can
that
sidestep
and
far
that
enough to
little
get the majority of it.
necromancer is just going to get a cheeky 1 off 17.
Yeah, it's gonna put glasses on, and that'll be it. Yeah.
What the hell are you talking about? What language are you even speaking? Nobody understands you. All right.
Steve.
Oh, he's moving his necromancers. He's doing the necro shuffle.
Yeah.
Where's that one going? Oh, he's moving out of range of the Mincer regiment. He's recharging a rabble regiment.
Yeah.
Go on.
Go on.
Yes,
Go on, my
necromancer.
son. Go on, my son.
Go
That's
on,
what I love
Leechy.
to see. He's like that with his little magic wand. Take it, take it. These goblins
Yeah.
are like, what the bloody hell are you doing?
It's a Leechy move. Definitely Leechy
All
move.
for that. And the other one is doing what? He's going to heal. He's going to heal. That one's going to heal.
Yeah, that's the one with heal. With the shroud and heal. So he can heal one of the dragons, whichever
I
one.
kind of disagree on principle in taking heal into undead lists. I think it's completely cheating. What's the point of that? You heal? What are you healing? It's dead.
No, but you're not understanding the abstraction. That's what raising your fallen foes is.
Yeah.
You're just raising new zombies.
Yeah, they were just lazy. They decided to not make a spell called Raise Dead that counts exactly like heal. So they just gave him heal instead.
Well, they should for thematic reasons.
Drain Life is much more fluffy in that sense because you just kill someone and turn them over to your side.
So that was the heal roll on the dragon. Looks like he healed 3 out of 6, which is pretty good. On to combat. So this is going to be the Wraith Regiment.
36 attack.
Against the catapult hiding behind the banner up there.
We don't
There's
care
6 attacks
Maybe
on
they were individuals.
4s.
Why watch this combat? Why do we care? This is not important.
It's very important. How dare you? How dare you, folks?
Because if there's a turn 7 and all his catapults are dead, then nothing kills the dragon.
Exactly.
And a 9. That gets rid of one of them.
How completely unexpected.
He can life leech 1. Bringing his race down to 5.
Very important to do that life leech of 1.
That's why it matters. Key life leech of 1 on the Wraith Regiment.
Yeah, for a regiment that is unthreatened by anything. He's backed up.
Right.
Interesting.
Okay. Okay. Here we go. In the flank. Is it a flank?
Yes, that's a flank.
Yeah,
that's going to be 20 attacks on 4s.
Ooh.
Only 8.
Okay, that's all right.
8 hits on
It's not so bad.
Just ish.
7.
But it's Snake Eyes.
Oh!
Nice, Gary.
Just when you're on the floor with your guts, hanging out, and they kick you right in the nuts. That's what that is, right at the end of the game. It's like, you're losing, and now I'm going to kick you in the nuts. Take that.
And so that's a dash 14 unit with 12 wounds on it. So it was literally anything but Snake Eyes, I think, there.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Oof.
Poor Luis. He's such a nice man.
All right, let's see if the other one, the other dragon, can do anything to this wing it.
That's not bad. That's
9
good.
hits.
Nice. Woo! Come on, Luis.
8 wounds, I think, and a 6.
That's dead.
That's it. That'll pick it up.
And now a sidestep of 3.
Now a sidestep
of arc.
If you get out of the arc of the
right?
of the double one minster troop.
Or did he only did 6 wounds? Oh wait, are they not crushing 3?
They crushed 3.
Don't they crush 3?
They are.
What's happening here? Yeah, they're crushing straight 3.
8 and 6 is 14, and it's a 13-15.
Oh, so he's going to get
defense
recharged by a mincer troop. That's
but it's defense 4, so it did 8 wounds and rolled a 6 on the nerve.
Yeah, but I think he's only counted it as 6 wounds instead of 8.
No, he's done 8 wounds and rolled a 6 on the nerve, which adds up to 14.
It's 14. Yes,
checking.
Not made it. Boo.
Well, he's done that. Not enough.
But he did do a wound.
My wife
did do a wound.
wound.
If he'd got that 11 at that point, then that would have.
Yeah, so
that would have been the.
That was
3 on a defense
Kumar
4
Damasceno moment.
And the wing it is 13-15. They should have done 8 wounds.
So,
wait, he would have been off by 1.
Can we get into this podcast?
The wing is actually 13-15, and I think that's going to be a total of 14. So I think he is not going to get it. I think that's a waiver.
Just for the record,
I wish you'd have said that.
You started it.
Sorry, my bad. I got excited. I thought we were going to see a last-minute switch to
the rear charge. That's nasty. That's nasty.
What's that roll.
Well, this is turn 7 then. So they're into
it
turn
is,
7.
Yeah. That roll of 6 there, that single die roll of 6 must have been
This is just
a turn 7 roll.
Shameful.
Win more.
Oh,
yeah.
Rob stalked right into that wound. Oh, gross.
You might have a dragon left, but the dragon can only kill one thing, assuming it survives getting shot at by 2 catapults and a whiz and 2 kings.
And anything it kills by getting out of scoring. So
By taking 1 point away, yeah. Oof.
So it's a 9. Can end up a 9. Best 5. Right?
Yeah, I think so.
In fact, it's going to be a 10-5 because that mincer
3, 6.
troop is in as well. In fact, it's just a very, very crushing victory.
Man.
Well, you know,
the Armada's fortunes don't pick up.
This is what you get for playing undead. You know, it's not what you get for playing undead. Normally, you win, right?
Well, no, it's what happens when you play zombie trolls.
Right. Play some proper units, but they cost the same thing as whites. Just buy whites. Why would you not buy whites? They're so much better than zombie trolls.
They do not cost the same thing as whites.
Ish.
They're way cheaper.
Thereabouts. Probably that's true. Actually.
They're a lot cheaper.
Mantic. I'm going to try and rewrite his list for him because I'm
zombie
such a great
trolls
player.
Zombie trolls are 190 and whites are like 260 or something like that.
Oh, all right.
Just buy Soul Reaver infantry and everything's fine.
Sure. Yeah, just bring lots of vampires, then you're okay.
Vampires are cool. Everybody likes vampires.
Well,
I believe Kyle has gone on to shooting now.
Zombie troll.
He's just gonna focus fire on that one dragon with 8 wounds out of combat. So there's both kings shooting. And that's 4 hits, and that's going to be 3 wounds, bringing the dragon up to 11. No, more than
9.
that.
But you can get a horde of revenants for 205. That's better than a horde of zombie trolls, right? Dash 24.
Depends for nerve, yeah, but for hitting power, the zombie trolls are better because they're crushing 2.
Yeah. Undead's a rubbish army. That's what it is. Underpowered. Needs a buff.
Yeah.
Didn't take Morgoth, didn't take any Lich Kings. What's he playing at? You know. I've never actually seen Lycanis played in version 3 yet. 150 points. He feels pricey for what you get.
He's a little pricey. I think if you want something that can keep up with werewolves and inspire them, and charge in with them and add a couple more wounds to help push them over the edge if they flub their roll, I think he's good.
And you take a Lich King, 155, 1 point more, and you get Surge 10.
Sure.
Which is completely useless when you're playing werewolves.
Yeah, but you've only got 1 unit, right? You've got loads of other stuff going with it. Yeah. I get it.
Right, like you take Lycanis if you're taking a werewolf forward. Otherwise, you leave him at home because there's better options, I would say.
Do you think anybody plays Lady Alona anymore?
Yes, yeah.
I've not seen her in a single list, not even one.
Oof,
okay,
so
57 D6.
This is the but only 15 hits because it's hindered.
5 strikes in the rear.
But
he's very dead.
That's 9 wounds. That's going to be more than enough damage.
Exceptionally dead. On a scale of 1 to dead, that's dead.
That's definitely acceptable.
Very dead.
Sidestep.
So,
no sidestep.
Very dead.
Yeah, just walk forward or sidestep. Either way, I think either way puts the majority.
Still going to get flanked.
Still going to get flanked. Still going to die. But you're only 1 unit strength, and if you walk forward, he can't charge the wing it, so you protect the wing it at least.
True. Right. At this point, there's no point in the dragon charging the wing it.
Right, because it takes him completely out of his.
It just doesn't do anything.
Right.
At this point, can that dragon reach the Mincer regiment?
Why would you? For points?
For points.
3 points.
Points and
1 base. It's just because mostly the only reason is pride.
Sure.
Because screw you, that's why.
Takes 3 unit strength and 1 bonus point away.
Yeah.
It's the most expensive thing on the board, right? So you might as well take it out.
Yeah.
He's going for the wing it.
Why?
That's pride. That's taking pride out right there. He's like that. Screw you. I'm going to kill you.
Nothing.
Yeah, because you got to kill it and then sidestep back to get your point back. Yeah, you might as well. Yeah, you're better off hitting the mincers.
In that case, just hit the Minster. Yeah, just hit the Minster troop.
Yeah, the Minster troop.
I understand.
All right.
I found something in the undead list that's not good. Skeleton archers are terrible.
They're not, though.
They are pretty terrible. All right, an undead army standard bearer, 50 points. Waste of money. You can just buy a necromancer, right? 50 points.
Yeah, it's not inspiring.
It's not inspiring. Okay, fair point. But which would you rather have in your list?
No, yeah, but just because there are other things you like more doesn't mean that the standard bearer is bad.
Sam, it's 11:40 p.m. I'm quite,
No, it isn't. It's 20-1. Shut up.
You've only got to be one better, haven't you? We've got to have something a little bit better, haven't you? Oh,
always
a little bit better.
Yep.
That's
and we don't drive on the wrong side of the road.
That's Europe for you.
What's he doing? Has he made his mind yet? It's the bottom of 7, Lewis. You've desperately lost. Come on. Everyone's tired. Mike's so tired. He's left the cast. He's literally gone home. He's like that. I don't know what time it is anymore. Here we go. Oh, Lycanus has gone into a war machine. He's clicked in the points now. Carl didn't even bother moving that rabble regiment. How insulting. And they're having a little party on the bottom left there. They're just kind of a little... Dun, 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 dun. Welcome back, Mike.
Thank you. Did he manage to pull it out, or are we still...
He hasn't done it yet. We're all... Sam's pointed out it's already tomorrow in Spain. So...
Oh, wow.
What's it like in the future, Sam?
Still on lockdown.
Is it grim dark?
Bummer.
Pretty much.
Is there only war?
There is only war. And virus bombs.
Virus bombs. I love a virus bomb. Think of all the bombs, they're my favourite. Rob Berman's posted a new goblin that I've never seen before. It's a whiz on a flea bag that I've never seen.
Okay, so they just did the...
Ooh, he's cool.
So they just went ahead and
I really like the flea bag.
Did the nerve check on the rabble, on the the Mincer troop, and it looks like a necromancer charged the wing it to try to kill it, but only roll a 4 to hit and probably need a 5. And then the wraiths are probably going to eat some. Yeah, he's just doing nerve checks in the back there. Lycanus got into the 3rd catapult, so he will in the bottom of 7. He will finally pick up all the war machines.
Out of interest, what dragon is still alive?
That one.
The one with life leech 2.
So I think that's the one that took 8 wounds from shooting in round 1. I
think so.
Might have lived all the time.
Yeah, the one that started out with 8 wounds made it to the end with 11.
Yeah. Very well played. I'm very impressed at Carl's play, I have to say. He definitely found every angle that he needed to find.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've played him with this style list before, and this is kind of how it goes. Like, you feel like you kill stuff all game, you get to the end, and so you still got to have his army somehow, and you're like, how do you do that? I murdered things all game long. But anyway, here they come. Hey guys.
Hey boys.
Hey.
Well, so, that's piercing tones of Steve Hildu if I've ever heard them.
You can suck on it, mate. I haven't started sniffing yet. Goblins.
Sorry, I can't hear you because it's not Friday.
So someone's being sent into exile.
Yeah. You're always welcome, Luis. You are in fact fired from Spain. Bad luck. Sorry. Come to England.
So thanks for letting us watch that game, guys. That was an awesome game. You guys both played very, very well. Both of you had some very interesting plays in there. Did we have any questions that came up over the course of the game? I feel like we were kind of question light.
I thought really the only kind of defining moment was when the Soul River Cavalry got taken off by that Mincer troop. Lewis, did you really feel that was an unlikely outcome? Because you could have held them back a little bit longer. They outranged everything, right?
I thought they could take it out. Maybe it was a little bit unlikely, but not so much, and it got his way. So it wasn't an impossible roll. I was taking a risk there. Because he said, take a risk? No? Okay, let's take it. I was telling Kyle that I probably regret that.
Because we thought one of the things that initial blocking moves up the right-hand side was really ballsy, and we thought it was a really good move. And it was like, I was watching Kyle just like, you know when someone's got one of those puzzles, they're just going to get all the pieces into the right place. I'm going to get it into this. You're definitely going to fit that regiment in. It's like, there's no way. We're like that. We're sitting there going, he can't do it. He can't do it. There's no way he can fit that. Oh no!
And just as we worked out how to do it, you did it.
Yeah.
I almost gave up on it. I was like, "Is it worth it?" And then we were talking kind of like the Soul Reaver charge, right? It's a charge, but maybe it doesn't kill it. And then I didn't, and there's the flank. And then luckily my kings were just like, "What if we just shoot really good and it doesn't matter?"
How insulting was that as well? Two
goblin kings,
two goblin kings shooting werewolves on a hill to death. Yeah, we thought the Soul Reaver cav going down and the werewolves going down to goblin king shooting were two pretty big swings.
Something really unfortunate also was that worm overrunning right up against the house by like 2 millimeters.
Yeah,
I think that was
really unlucky. Yeah, you didn't need to overrun, I don't think.
Yeah, I think I could just pivot and
leave him there. Yeah.
It's one of those that wouldn't have even come up except he rolled exceptionally, well, and all of a sudden,
he rolled a big
then you move all the way forward.
A big overrun, and
there's a house there, and we still missed it right up until like, what if I hit him with the king and I turned him off, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, crap, I'm stuck.
He can't do anything.
And I missed that he was stuck. I was 100% just thinking, well, that Menser's dead, and then I'll have to catapult him off. That's the only play. And then Luis is like, oh no, he's stuck. I'm like,
it was very well played. Very well played on your half, Carl. Very impressive.
I took John's advice when he was just like, if you just roll lots of big numbers, really important times, it's like when the hindered rabble doing 7 wounds out of the pond. That was my MVP charge of the session.
Yeah, but I think you only rolled 1 6.
I rolled
out of your 12 attacks.
On the
7 hits, but 6 of them were 5s, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't need to talk about how it went.
I mean, I think that double, and to really add salt into the wound, that double one in the last turn is like that. He's
really
down on the floor, he's bleeding from multiple wounds, and you just walked up and kicked him right in the balls. That's how that happened.
Look, when you're playing a guy from Spain, you can't count him out, right? So I didn't. The necromancer charge gave me a heart attack when he got the hit in the wound. I'm like, it's a 10-1.
Yes,
it's a 10-1, and he wins the game.
No.
He wins. And even if worse, it's a draw, and I'm like, oh no.
I missed that. I think we were talking about cricket.
Absolutely, we weren't all calling for that one at all. Not
I'm sure you guys weren't cheering either. Like, beat his ass. The only true double ones of the game happened to be at a pivotal turning point on the 6-7 split where it equals a rear charge. Hindered or not, that's not a unit anyone wants to tangle with. So that list is really tough for goblins. Goblins struggle to handle these sort of sustain grind armies that happen to grind well, and your whole list really doesn't suck. And I need to fight things that suck. So Invade's a favorable mission for me, I think, is what it came down to. And I popped your Soul Reavers with magic.
Yeah.
And he said the comment of the match was Felix Castro saying, to be fair, I heard Luis chose for Carl to play goblins. Kudos for him to wanting to pit himself against one of the best at goblins, which is frankly brushing up Carl way too high. Way too high. I've heard slightly above average at goblins, but nonetheless, you did it to yourself, Luis.
I barely beat Sam, right? So
we've all barely beaten Sam.
Oh,
We've
okay.
all been there.
No, it was fun. No one, like most of the time when I say, hey, pick my army, they're like, well, I know you play this, so why don't you try this army? That would be cool. And I'm like, that's lots of fun. But no one ever challenges me to play goblins, and you did. And it was lots of fun.
That was fun.
Goblins are fun.
Yeah. It was definitely a fun game to watch.
John, how'd you feel about mincers? That's what I know. One of the things you were excited when we talked a little bit.
I must admit, I did like them, but the big thing in your list was the regiments, the rabble.
Yeah, they're
although you had your left flank, the right hand side, as we looked at it, as being the critical, but it turned out to be actually no, just steam through the center.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be the polar opposite. I thought, okay, the right flank, my right or my left flank, so the visual right side. I thought, okay, maybe he just ignores it, right? And I send down like maybe 4 free unit strength, and I turn a rabble chaff and the mincer regiment, and I try to barrel through the middle, and we sort of played this like envelopment game. And then Louis was like, I think I can chaff you up, and we're sitting there looking at it, and we're like, that angle doesn't work. I have a flank, and then he finds this thing, and I'm like, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can do it. And then about
turn 2, we were pretty sure that that Luis had it with taking out that heavily impacting on the right hand side, and then we thought, the cavalry's there, it's going to steam in, the Lycanis are going to be the wheels are going to turn in. It's going to be really, really bad.
Yeah, but, losing that mincer regiment, that's my anvil cracker, right? Like Crush 2, Thunderous 1, 24 dice on average. That thing is meant to pick up dragons, and it did very little.
Luis, did you ever consider at the point that you're dragon with 8 wounds, right? So you'd taken 8 wounds in first turn, which was killer, and you moved it right out to the right. At that point, rather than taking it in as you did, as in charging in, you could have actually turned it and hopped over the back and then systematically wiped out all of his war engines with that one dragon. Is that something you thought about?
Yeah, could be. Yeah, I thought about it, but I think I don't know why I don't recall. I think with the first pivot, I think I couldn't do it properly, just not jumping over the house.
Right. Line of sight wise.
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, it was very tight for what you could actually where you could land it, and certainly you'd be facing the wrong direction, so you'd have spent a turn turning and then moving across.
Yeah, I think all of your options, if you wanted to move the full 20, there was no way good for it to land. But I think you had good options if you stayed in the sort of moved it 12, or just sort of moved it so it was only just over his lines and then turned towards the war machines. Yeah, and probably still had range.
I could just have remembered that on the hill he could just jump over the house and charge the catapults, but I didn't remember that.
There was a point where you could see them, and I missed that.
It's much easier for us sitting in the background and 4 of us plus 20 odd people on live stream commenting how you should be playing it. Exactly. It does make it a lot easier.
Well, I'll tell you, Lewis caught me out when I did on the left flank. Let it that turn 3 moment when I brought all the mincers and all the regiments in, and I made this wall of like, you're not going to get any double charges. I think I can protect the expensive stuff, and your wraiths don't have a charge. And then
they did have a charge. Yeah.
Luis was like, I'll just do this, and I'm like, oh no.
Move to the side and go, oh yeah.
Operation Don't Die just failed.
Something's going to die, and then nothing did, which is kind of crashing.
Well, the troops did, but that was okay because that was their job. Yeah, the only thing that mattered is that the regiment just got clean charges every turn. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to take this out, and then I'm going to take that out.
Yeah.
All right, thanks so much, guys, for letting us watch over your shoulders while you play. That was an outstanding game played by both of you. Congratulations to Kyle for winning, and good luck to both of you in the final round of the tournament coming up.
Thanks, Mike.
So for everybody watching at home, we have several matches lined up for you this weekend. We've got a couple on every day, and then another one on Sunday. Just check out our channel and subscribe, and you'll see a whole list of them, and we'll be posting them on Facebook as well. So I'd like to thank John and Steve and Sam for joining me to watch this game, and I hope all of you enjoyed watching it as much as we did. So take care of yourselves, stay safe out there, and we'll see you next time on Dash 28 Live.